Okay, we are live. Yo, what is good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? Um, yeah, just here doing another live stream, a Google Hangout edition. Not playing any games or anything like that. But I just wanted to, have a little real talk, um, with my subscribers or anybody that's on YouTube that checks out the videos that I put up. But yeah, I'm going to be basically talking about, you know, just my channel in general, as far as, what's going on with that, if what's going on with the Council podcast, and general YouTube talk, just giving you things from, my perspective when it just comes to YouTube or, the sector of YouTube that we are on. Most people will call it the crumb side. I technically don't like to consider myself inside or a part of a crumb side because I think that's like, lowering your standards or lowering yourself to think of yourself as like a crumb, like you're some piece of, you know, object that fell off of a table and you're looking for scraps to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? So I would never really consider myself, a part of that, but I'm a realist as well. I mean, I know where the name came from and what's the meaning behind it, where this is a very small, sector of YouTube compared to other people on YouTube, with million subscribers and getting 400 and whatever thousand views, you know what I mean? Making YouTube more into like a business side of things. Yo, Frozen, what up, man? Let's doing a nice little quick little stream or whatever, updating everybody what's going on with my channel and with the podcast and such. But yeah, so I'll never really consider myself like a crumb side or whatever like that. But I understand, you know what I mean? I get it. I understand what's going on out here in these YouTube streets. But yeah, you got a small subscriber list and you don't generate as many views as typical people. But I'll talk about that a little bit later. But as far as for my channel, what's going on, it's just basically the tides have changed. Yeah, what's good, Tracy Nero? What's good, man? Hashtag famous. You know what I mean? We out here, Sean. We out here. But yeah, so basically I'm gonna be talking about my channel first, what's going on with my channel and all that stuff. A lot of people running around with a joke for my channel saying that I'm botting. A lot of Xbox guys say, "Oh, J Bar, you're botting because you got 1,000 subscribers, but you only getting like 30 views, or you only have like 15 people, in your interview watching you and whatever like that." But first and foremost, I'm not botting at all. YouTube, like I said, for me, YouTube is a hobby. And when I say YouTube is a hobby, I am not partnered up with anything. I don't have a partnership with YouTube. I don't make any money. I don't monetize any videos unless there's like a, copyright claim where that person will monetize the video. So you might see you might see an ad or two on there because that's from the people that file the copyright. So yeah, I don't mean anything from YouTube like that. YouTube is just a place where I just want to share my opinions on, PlayStation stuff, share my opinions on gaming, and actually show gameplay of what I'm playing. You can talk about a game all day, but if you're not showing it, people won't really understand what you're trying to say. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I basically do on YouTube. For my first video, I let it be clear that my video is my channel is gonna be a PlayStation channel, where when I started it, I've seen a lot of Xbox channels, and a lot of Xbox channels was talking about PlayStation news, and I was just like, oh hell no, this is not happening. You know what I mean? I consider myself somebody very knowledgeable when it comes to PlayStation. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to start my channel instead of just writing all in these Facebook groups and stuff. and share my opinions there. I'd rather just share my opinions. On YouTube, it's free, it doesn't cost you nothing. So I started my channel. So my first video, I made it pretty clear. I was saying what my channel was going to be, how my channel was going to, be portrayed, and the type of, energy that I'm going to give my channel. Because my channel is a very upbeat, very positive, PlayStation channel. There's times where I do, go about and say my gripes with PlayStation, or say things that they need, and say they need to fix certain things. A lot of people tend to miss those times when I say that stuff. I had one dude was like, "Hey, how come you never call out PlayStation when they do this? So how come you never call out PlayStation guys when they do this?" And I just linked in the videos of all the times I did that. And, he had to shut up. He's like, "Oh, you know what I mean?" But I'm like, "Yeah, you're saying that I'm not doing certain things, but you're not watching my channel to even figure out that I'm not doing these things." You know what I mean? So it's just kind of funny when people do say that stuff, like, "Yo, J Bar, you never bash PlayStation. Yo, you think every game for PlayStation is good." You know what I mean? No, I don't think every game for PlayStation is good. It's just I'm very positive when it comes to gaming. Like, I really, when I'm sitting down and playing a video game, I'm really enjoying myself sitting down playing a video game. I'm not sitting down and playing a video game looking to bash the game, or looking for, hitches and glitches and all that stuff in the video game. Yeah, there's people that always call out, BS on Sony all the time. Some are PlayStation channels, and some just aren't. You know what I mean? And the thing is, what people don't understand is just because your opinion on something that you don't like from PlayStation doesn't mean that everybody is supposed to not like it as well. And if you like what they don't like, then they will consider you as somebody not credible, because you didn't bash a certain thing with them or something like that. You know what I mean? And I just find that funny sometimes when it comes to YouTube. But going back to what my purpose for my channel is, yeah, it's to inform people on PlayStation. My channel is also to let people know, like, certain games that I think you guys should give a try. You know what I mean? So I was trying my best to upload gameplay and, explain the game and what's going on in the game. Because at the end of the day, I went to school. I went to school for marketing, business administration and marketing. Marketing was one of my concentrations, one of my degrees that I earned in college. So marketing is always in my blood, where, I can always whip up like a quick sales pitch of something that I'm trying to get people interested in. So, you know what I mean? That is that aspect of my channel as well, where if I think a game is cool, please believe it, I'm going to market it and, show the aspects of why I think the game is cool. If I think a game is bad, I would do that as well. I try not to really put stuff as far as like bad stuff on my YouTube channel, because my YouTube channel is mainly, a positive channel. You know what I mean? I don't think there's nothing wrong with having a positive YouTube channel. Yeah, there's times where I bash certain things, or I'll bash Xbox, because, I am a PlayStation, fanboy. I'm not gonna sit here and deny that I'm not, even though I do have Xbox. I don't really bash or put up like Nintendo gameplay, because I don't really want to go through any copyright stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know how Nintendo works when it comes to uploading videos from them, because I have plenty of Wii U games that I can easily upload from my Elgato or something like that, but I just tend not to do that when it comes to Nintendo stuff. So Nintendo, I don't really talk about Nintendo like that on my channel. You know what I mean? If people want to know about Nintendo or my personal thoughts of Nintendo, I'll probably do that like on Twitter, or I'll probably do that within a party chat if anybody talks to me and stuff like that. But as far as what I want to perceive on my channel, I won't be talking about Nintendo stuff like that. Probably like in a podcast, I'll do that, but not like put up Nintendo videos and stuff like that. Okay, you upload and not getting strikes. Yeah, I don't know, man. The reason why I don't put it up is just I don't want the focus on Nintendo on the channel. Like, if I say I'm going to be a PlayStation channel, that's what I'm going to be. You know what I mean? If I was to say I'm going to be like a gaming channel, then yeah, I'll have Nintendo content, Xbox content, PlayStation content on there. But that is not my general focus, my area of concentration when it comes to the channel. Um, but I don't know, when I saw that whole Nintendo like little craziness about the monetizing their videos and stuff, I was just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna attempt to put up stuff because one of my favorite games this generation is Bayonetta 2, and I wanted to like upload that, game and show gameplay of that, certain boss fights. But I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna put through the headache with that. So you never know. Maybe, I don't know, but honestly, I don't want to focus on Nintendo. Yo, what's up, Von Shell? What's good, man? Trigger Man, what's good, man? Thanks for coming through. Frozen, thanks for coming through. But yeah, so basically my channel is a PlayStation channel, and I go for the positive aspects of gaming, because a lot of times when I see YouTube channels, which is nothing wrong with what people are doing, it's just I see a lot of bashing, or it's cool to bash certain things, and if somebody will bash something, the other person got to bash it as well. And if you look at that game or that console or whatever it is in a positive limelight, you're going to look at somebody as not credible. But there's a lot of people, that come to my channel and say, "Oh, you're not credible," because I will say a game like not Alienation, Umbrella Corps. I would say a game like Umbrella Corps, I had fun playing that game. If I say I have fun playing that game like Umbrella Corps, people will be like, no, that's not true, because here's the Metacritic reviews. Here's what other people on YouTube saying it's trash. You know what I mean? And people that's not playing the game will take other people that's not playing the game that's probably saying it's trash, and they will be more credible than the person that's playing the game. So I never really want to, put out myself as someone that's not credible, but I do sometimes get that stigma of somebody not being credible, because I tend not to bash a certain game or certain things that Sony does on the channel. And a lot of time, well, me personally, I'm a person where I don't like to be like everybody else. You know what I mean? There's plenty of news that come out for PlayStation, and I would look through YouTube sometimes, and I'll see what people's talking about, and it will be the same thing. Like even before this Neo stuff came out, I been spoke about Neo very long time ago. I spoke about well, it wasn't called Neo then, but I spoke about a newer PlayStation console. I did a video on that, and I did a podcast on that where, TheCouncil, we spoke on, what we'll think a new PlayStation, stuff was, because that rumor is pretty old. You know what I mean? But, when a lot of people was talking about Neo, I just made like a quick little video of, the Matrix, the end of the Matrix, where Neo was talking on the phone and saying, you fear whatever that's coming and all that crap. And I left it at that. But I know a lot of people was talking about Neo and the specs and all that stuff, but everybody was doing that. So me doing that, I felt like that's not unique enough for me to do something like that. But I did a video on Neo where I did a live stream where I was talking about why I think Neo is going to be on par with Scorpio or more powerful. And I gave my points. I cited where I'm getting my information from, what I mean? And went on from there. And I felt like that was something different, because even though that is my true thoughts, nobody else is thinking like that. You know what I mean? So that was an opportunity for me to just do that video, because I didn't want to be like everybody talking about Neo and Scorpio, and that gets boring for me. So sometimes there will be news for PlayStation that a PlayStation channel like myself is not putting up, because I feel like everybody's doing it. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, nah, I don't want to be that common like that, where I'm just talking about certain things. Certain things you can't pass up. You know what I mean? You got to talk about that stuff, as a PlayStation channel, just to get people informed. Or I try to beat people to the punch when it comes to certain news and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why sometimes you don't see me talk about things, because I don't like to be like everybody else. But I'm, like I said, I like to be very positive when it comes to gaming, because I generally enjoy playing a video game. You know what I mean? Like, it could be the worst game in the world. Like, yes, it could be a bad game, but even in my video, I would look for like a positive aspect of the game. Some of those videos, I'm not trying to sell nobody on the game, but I would just have the gameplay up there. But I know a lot of people like to tend, to negativity sometimes, because negativity is easy to do. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to talking about video games, it's easy just to bash a video game. You know what I mean? I can easily say this game sucks. This game is the worst. Who were the devs for this game? Why did they make this game? This game is dog shit. You know what I mean? I can easily make videos doing that stuff, but it's not easy doing a video actually praising a game, because that is not really common in YouTube from what I see. You know what I mean? A lot of people, when they do, first impressions or reviews, you will see there's more negative aspects within those first impressions or reviews than actual positives, which that is somebody's opinion, not knocking that, but I'm just trying to state the point that there's a lot more negativity going on in the sector of YouTube that we're in, rather than there's actually positivity. You know what I mean? Somebody asks me, yo, should I get this game, Bari? I'm going to tell the person things that I like within the game, if you should get it, yes or not. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, certain games, I say, yeah, go get it. This is why, boom, 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 boom. A lot of people would tell a lot of people, no, I don't get it. It's not worth 60, wait till a sale and all that stuff. Yeah, that's easy. That's easy to do, because any game that comes out, you can just wait for the sale to come. You know what I mean? But it's very hard to pitch somebody onto buying a game day one or buying a game the first week. You know what I mean? That's very hard to do. But it's very easy just to bash it. You know what I mean? And I don't want my channel just being negativity. You know what I mean? Yo, Jay, what's up, man? Yo, Jay, matter of fact, I'll let people in when I get to talking about YouTube in general. If anybody wants to come in, I will let them in. But before I do that, I just want to talk about certain aspects about my channel and the Council podcast and stuff like that, because letting somebody in and you're talking about yourself and your channel, it's not going to be too fun for that person to sit down in there. But when we talk about YouTube and stuff like that, I will let you guys in, whoever wants to join in. Yeah, Frozen, you can join in. Yo, Alchemist, what's good, man? Thanks for coming through. Yeah, that is definitely something that is true, Alchemist. That is something that I think a lot of people need to do. Expand, your audience as far as people who watch you, because everybody is the same people that watches everybody. If you look at your subscriber list and you look at people that's commenting on other people's videos, it's the same people that does that. Yo, Leivon, what's good, man? Thanks for coming through, bro. But yeah, man, so that's basically my channel and what I project my channel to be, a positive PlayStation channel that leaves my opinions. It's not just because I'm saying it's going to be a positive channel. I'm not saying that I'm going to be, altering my opinions. I would never do that. You know what I mean? If I say I like a game, I like a game. If I say I don't like a game, I don't like a game. If I say a game is good, that's what I really think. You know what I mean? But if a game is mediocre, I'm going to let you know the game is mediocre, but I'm still going to drive a lot of positive, the actual goods of the game. Like right now, I've been saying that I was going to do a Star Ocean 5 review, and I held off on it. But I just kind of edited it a little bit on Share Factory, and tomorrow, hopefully, that review should be out. Spoilers, Star Oceans is a game that, I think it's a decent average JRPG game. But within the review, you're going to hear a lot of the positive aspects of the game. You're going to hear the negative aspects as well, but I don't want to dwell on that. So dwelling on just the negative aspects is going to hinder somebody from actually trying to try this game out, even if it's on the sale. You know what I mean? Because I do think it's an experience that people should try if you do like JRPG games, but it's not an experience that you got to rush out and go get real quick. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is. Yeah. Hashtag healthy gaming. You know what I mean? For sure, man. That's a good series, Frozen. But yo, like I said, Jay, Frozen, in a few minutes, I'm going to let people in, but I just want to just get this stuff out before I let people in and all that stuff. Hopefully that's okay with you guys. But yeah, so that's my channel. If you guys ever watch my my first ever video, I think it was a video showing what's that damn, I forgot the name of the game, yo. It's a crazy little wacky game. It's like a versus type game. And I was just talking about what's my goals for the channel and what it is. A lot of people will look at my channel and say, oh, you got 10K, not 10K, you got 1,000 subs, but certain videos you're only getting like 15 to 30 views. But you also got to look at it as well. What I learned here in YouTube, especially in the gaming community of YouTube, a lot of gaming channels, the actual gaming aspect doesn't really do too well. You know what I mean? And I know that. I've been on YouTube very long, long enough to know that if I just put up a gameplay video, that won't generate enough views like that for somebody to just watch, because people don't want to see that. People don't want to see gameplay. They rather hear your opinions on the game rather than seeing the game. You know what I mean? If I were to talk about a game and show the gameplay, that might get more views than just me just throwing out the raw gameplay. But there's certain times where or certain series that I'm doing, like especially with yo, Persona, what's good, bro? Especially with like I Am Setsuna. The series what I'm putting up is just putting up boss fights, just so if people want to buy that game or play that game, they can reference those videos to see how Bari beat those bosses. You know what I mean? Especially if they having a difficult time. He's like, oh, yo, Bari got those bosses unlocked. Let me see how he did it. You know what I'm saying? So that is one reason why I'm doing that. There's a lot of reasons why I just put up gameplay, because also I look at YouTube also as like my archive. You know what I mean? You can put a whole bunch of content on there for free of charge. So, to limit the space on my PlayStation or whatever, all my hard drives, I upload it to YouTube sometimes. Just have that gameplay shown, because I can always reference that back and like, yo, this is what I did. Here's the gameplay. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? So that's one reason as well. Sometimes you see a lot of just gameplay videos on YouTube. But I'm not going to sit here and damage control, because there are times where I feel like I do put out like my opinion video or whatever. And I do feel like, oh, with 1,000 subscribers, I should get a little bit more, views and stuff like that. Or when I do a live stream, hopefully this people that subscribe to me will come through and sit down and watch, or, listen to what I'm saying and stuff like that. You do wish for those things, but I'm never the type of person to force people to do stuff. That's why in my videos, you never hear me say, oh, the classic YouTube line, like, comment, and subscribe, because I feel like me saying that is like forcing somebody to do that. And I just feel like if you enjoy the content, you like it. If you want to base your opinion on the content, you write a comment, or you say whatever you want to say, any feedback. And if you do like the content that's being provided to you, then you subscribe. I don't need to tell you to like, comment, subscribe if those things are clicking for you. You know what I mean? So that was always my view, my standpoint when it comes to my channel. That's why I never really do that stuff. The thing I will probably say the most is write your opinions in the comment section, because that's one thing I like to see people's comments, and I'll comment on back, on people's opinion. So that's one thing I'll say. So that's not 100% true, but I'll never say like or subscribe. I would say, yo, comment or stuff like that, because I do want to hear people's opinion. and stuff like that. I remember when I did start out YouTube though, like my first couple of videos, I was doing that whole tagline, hey, like, comment, and subscribe. But for me, it never felt natural. You know what I mean? It felt like I was just trying to be like somebody else that's more popular on YouTube. And I was trying to get those subscribers as well by regurgitating what somebody else is already saying. You know what I mean? It just felt corny for me doing that. So I stopped doing that stuff, and I just if you want to comment, you comment. You know, I always say leave your comments below in the comment section below or something like that. You know, I always say something like that. But like, comment, subscribe, I never really did that. So yeah, that could be a part of it as well. But honestly, if I can reach out to like 15 people or whatever, obviously, you know, hitting 100, 200, 300, 400, that is my goal, or, you know, it's something that I look forward to do on a video. But if I can get 30 people in and those people are commenting, I'm satisfied with that as well, within the video. Because, you know, like I said before in the beginning, anybody missed it, I don't do YouTube to make money or views. You know what I mean? I don't do YouTube for that stuff, because honestly, I'm a person that if I really wanted to get views real quick, I can just whip up a video. I'm like, okay, that can get a view. You know what I mean? That can get some views. But it's more of me being myself and what I want to project, rather than me just want to put out a video to get views for what? Because I'm not even monetizing videos or anything. You know what I mean? That's just like talking about views to me. It's like bragging rights or whatever, you know what I mean? And that's not really that important like that, because on YouTube, I'm not in competition with anybody. You know what I mean? I'm not like that. But that is one thing that, you know, I try to be true to myself. I never really try to change my narrative when it comes to my channel. I kept it how I wanted my channel to be. And, you know, like, I understand sometimes people just don't want to see gaming, because sometimes people is not really watching the video. They're more like listening. So, you know, if you're just having gameplay, you know, those people that's just listening, you're not really, you know, you're not watching that. So it wouldn't make no sense to just watch a video that's not gameplay. It's just purely gameplay. But it is kind of mind-boggling that in a gaming community, on a gaming channel, that gameplay is not really looked upon as something that people desire. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, people never really desire that. Well, people, they do say it. They be like, you're a gaming channel, where's your gameplay? But when the gameplay do come up, that is not the video that people's watching. People would rather watch the drama or the opinion. You know what I mean? Drama is really huge in the gaming community. And we're gonna touch on that a little bit, especially when we get other people in here, so I can get their opinions and stuff like that on that. But drama is really huge on YouTube, because I'm not gonna sit down here and say I'm some innocent YouTuber where I don't have drama on my channel. That is enough. If I said that, that would be a lie. You know what I mean? Because there has been drama on my channel. Do I focus on drama? No, I don't. I don't focus on drama, but there have been drama on my channel where I have to, you know, get at somebody real quick. You know what I mean? Make a video at somebody real quick. I have done that before on my channel. But with all the videos that I did put up, you can probably count with your hands how many drama videos I had put up on there. Yeah. Thanos, I'm gonna be inviting. Anybody that wants to come in, I'll invite you guys in here. It's just I just don't want to sit down talking about my channel and people just sitting there waiting. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be talking about YouTube in general, and from there I'm gonna invite everybody in, and you know, so everybody can just have a conversation there. But yeah, so that's basically it, man. Drama would definitely generate a lot of views on YouTube like that, you know, because let's be real here. Everybody loves drama. A lot of people that say they don't like drama, that's a complete lie. You know what I mean? People like drama. You know what I mean? Drama is very entertaining. You know what I mean? Especially if somebody did a drama video very, you know, if they do it very well, it's very entertaining. You know what I mean? That will keep somebody coming. But I tend not to hearken on drama too much, because I don't want to really have that stigma on the channel. You know what I mean? Whereas it's a drama video and oh, you're just doing those videos to get views, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. Yo, Chuck, what up, man? Thanks for coming through. So I do try to show a lot of gameplay, you know, keep it gaming mostly. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I don't do drama, because there's times where you gotta let somebody, you know, let somebody know what it is. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta give your opinions, and sometimes you gotta call people out sometimes, you know what I mean? But would I hearken on that? No, I wouldn't hearken on it, because some of my popular videos, you know, were drama videos, you know, where I would get like 100, 500 views, 600 views. But my most positive or most like watch videos are gaming related stuff. If anybody want to research that or look that up or whatever like that. But also, yeah, so that's basically what I just want to tell people about my channel, you know what I mean, and what's going on. I will be uploading a lot more commentary, you know, because my time has freed up a little bit in the summertime. You know, I'm not really traveling as much now, so I can, you know, sit down and get back to the flow of just making a video and giving my opinions and letting you guys know the news. Also, sometimes, you know, when we launched the website, whatsupplaystation.com, a lot of the commentary videos had died down a little bit because you know, busy just trying to, you know, establish the website and make sure everything is running smooth. So that also took a place where, you know, a lot of those commentary videos that I did, it dwindled down a little bit. But before I let everybody in, I just want to let everybody know with the Council podcast that we do every Thursdays at 8 o'clock. The Council podcast is on a bit like a vacation or a hiatus, if you call it. I know a lot of people hit me up on Twitter or message me and was like, yo, Barry, what's up with the podcast? What's going on? Why is there no podcast? You know what I mean? Somebody hit me up, was like, yo, why you on Iron Wolf's podcast but not doing the Council podcast? It's just a lot of things is going on, you know, people personal lives and stuff like that, where, you know, in the Council, you know, it's the summertime. People tend to do certain things in the summertime. You know, sometimes people job schedules change up a little bit. So, you know, basically we just came to the decision of, you know, delaying the podcast for a little bit when everybody get their, you know, things together and everybody gets back their, you know, freedom of times on Thursdays and all that stuff. Then we'll start the podcast back up again. Hopefully that's going to be soon. We're looking at the end of the month or the beginning of September, but that's the reason why there's no podcast going on. It's a summertime, people busy, a lot of traveling. Like my birthday just passed like 2 weeks ago. You know, I was up in Canada traveling and all that stuff. So, and when I came back home, you know, brother just tired. And then you got the website that I'm running and all that stuff. So yeah. Oh yeah, man. The council podcast made long podcasts is cool, man. You know what I mean? If I was to get cocky a little bit, because before the council did our podcast, which is like a year and a half ago, almost 2 years now. I think in October will be 2 years. There was like a set time where people would cut off on a podcast. It would be like an hour 35 minutes, an hour 40 minutes, you know, stuff like that. But we in the council, we was like, forget that. You know, we tried to aim for that hour 30 minutes, the hour 45, but doing that, not everybody can get their thoughts out. And, you know, in our podcast, we like to talk about games, you know, what everybody have been playing throughout the week. And that could take 40 minutes right there, just let everybody know. You know what I mean? Yeah, and the 3 hours do go fast. But honestly and truly, even though we do like sometimes go 3 hours, we do have a good audience at times, you know, listening to a podcast that long, you know, where we have like 20 something people listening throughout the whole podcast, which is surprising. You know what I mean? That people was actually staying to actually listen to our thoughts and hear your boy Jabari's lisp, you know what I mean? My lists going on and me stuttering and all that stuff. People was definitely listening to the podcast and, you know, having a fun time. Hopefully everybody's being entertained with it. And the podcast, the numbers, it does pretty well, you know, for a small channel like myself. You know, normally we'll get like 500 to like, you know, sometimes 700 views on a podcast. You know what I mean? So I think that's pretty good, you know, for a very long PlayStation focused podcast, because we're not doing like a gaming podcast. We're doing a PlayStation podcast, you know, where we focus on PlayStation news. The Gamers That Play podcast, yo, what happened to that? Basically, it's just too busy, man. Honestly, hosting a podcast is not really like the easiest thing to do. And sometimes you just get tired. So, you know what I mean? Doing multiple podcasts, that takes out a lot of time out your week or day. You know what I mean? So I definitely do want to do like a Gamers That Play Games podcast, but it's just finding the appropriate time, because honestly, I don't want to step on other YouTubers' toes and stuff like that, even though I'm a small channel, like who's Jay Barry. But I don't want to step on other people's toes as far as when they're doing their podcasts. You know what I mean? Because believe it or not, that will cause drama on YouTube. You know what I mean? You do a podcast, you know, a random day where that's somebody's scheduled day to do their podcast, and they're like, oh, why is he doing a podcast that day? Oh, they're trying to do competition. They want this competition, and that will cause some type of beef or drama on YouTube. So I try to tend to steer away from that. You know what I mean? On YouTube, I walk very light. You know what I mean? So I don't piss the ground off. You know what I mean? There's a lot of videos that I watch and all that stuff, but you know, I wouldn't comment on it or I wouldn't like it just because I know how that can cause drama here on YouTube. You know what I mean? But yo, the Council podcast just gonna be delayed for a little bit. I'm just gonna leave the link in here for those who that want to join this hangout. I'm gonna put the link right into the chat, so you guys can click on that link, join in, and all that good stuff. Yo, Logical Gamer, what's good, man? I'm ready to play you in Street Fighter 5. What you doing? Yo, I'll be on Street Fighter 5 tomorrow, man, because tomorrow I'm gonna do my road to silver, and then I'm going to, you know, just do an open lobby tomorrow. So definitely tomorrow I'll be on Street Fighter 5. So if you want to play, I'll try to come on tomorrow. Let me see if I don't know if Jay's still in here, so I'll probably have to send him a tweet. Jay Sentries. Armor Sentries. Where you at, Armor? There you go. I can't call him Armor no more, man. Jay growing up, man, in these Twitter streets. I mean YouTube streets. You know, I remember Jay as a young squid out here in YouTube, and now he's all growing up on YouTube. Nah, I'm joking, Jay. I'm joking. Don't beat me up, man. Don't be making no videos about me, Jay. But yo, anybody that wants to join, the link is right there. You can click on it or copy it, and you know, join up. I'm not going to have it up there too long, but yeah, if you want to join up. Frozen join it. Frozen, what's good, man? You can hear me?
Mic check.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Is it too low or too loud?
You a little low, but I'm gonna turn you up.
Am I good now?
Yeah, perfect.
What's up?
Yeah, man. So basically, what I'm gonna be doing now is just talking about YouTube in general, more so the side of YouTube that we're on. I hate saying Crumb side, man, but I guess I gotta say it. You know what I mean? So I just want to talk about, like, how do you see it going? Is it something positive? Is it actually a gaming community that's going on here? You know, what are your thoughts on YouTube in general? And I'm not trying to say, like, you know, drama stuff is bad or anything like that. Because,
you talking about overall?
Yeah, that's overall.
Overall, for me, like if you look at my channel is pretty much a dead channel. I'm nobody on YouTube. My biggest videos are unboxing videos, and none of my gaming content is actually out there as far as stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Like in general, I don't think there really is a community because like you see these bigger guys, like people that are high up there, like 100,000 subs, they don't even help anyone out. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys just want to stay up there. They don't want to give out shout outs. You know, so people think that shout outs don't do anything, but they really do help.
They don't if you don't use your channel that much. If you use your channel like you do on a regular, then yeah, they're gonna help you. That's why I was saying my last thing with Lavon that it's based on a case by case scenario. For someone like you, Frozen Magma, shout outs would mean something, but for someone like me that rarely does a lot of content, it wouldn't really mean anything.
Yeah, but don't you see like a lot of these guys, like a lot of these bigger guys, they're kind of like they
Well,
don't
there's
want
a lot of bigger guys also that say that they're tired of doing shout outs because like they just are tired. Like what happens is because they're so big, they get every day they get someone that is a shout out. Just like a lot of the bigger streamers, they're always constantly shout me out, shout me out, shout me out. I think that would get tiring and after a while, you know.
Yeah. Yo, Graham, Rambo, what up, man? Thanks for coming through. But yo, Jay, what's good, man? Matter of fact, you do the shout out, you know what I mean, on your channel or whatever. Because I know you got a few channels, my brother, as far as I know there was Armored and there was Centuries Gaming.
Well, Centuries Gaming is based for me and Blackhawk. That's the reason why you don't see me on that channel unless Blackhawk comes around because I told my brother that I wouldn't touch the channel if he's not there.
Yeah. Yo, guys, if you want to join in, the link is in the chat. You know, join in real quickly. And I'm going to delete the link in like a few minutes. I'm seeing who's going to join in and stuff like that. But yo, thanks for coming through, Jay.
You're all right. I do shout outs, but I mean, even when I do my shout outs, it's just shouting out people that I feel that are positive in the Xbox community and just random YouTubers that are like. But even with my shout outs, look at my sub count. My sub count is only like 80, right?
Yeah.
So you may, like most of the people that I've already have subbed to me are probably already subbed to the same people that I'm shouting out. So, I mean, I'm just doing it for my benefit. I'm not doing it for the benefit of the YouTuber or the benefit or the viewers.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Titanfall Princess, what's up? Thanks for coming through. Yeah, nah, I definitely see that a lot because that hit it on the nose right there where I hate saying crunch time, man. Yo, it irks me. You don't understand how it irks me saying it, but I get it. I understand it's a mentality type ordeal. But on the smaller side of YouTube that we're on, it's definitely everybody that are subscribed to each other. You know what I mean? So yeah, I do get that point where you say.
That's the reason why when you do drama videos, and I notice this with drama videos, if you do anything, it's quick to get back to the other person because of the fact that this community, it's like a small town. Everybody knows everybody, everybody's in everybody's business, and as soon as you say something bad about another person, guarantee there's 20 other motherfuckers jumping on that dude's chat room saying that you're talking shit about him.
Yeah.
And there's other people jumping in that have nothing to do with it.
Oh yeah. It happens on all fronts.
Yeah, we can hear you, Jalisa. This is Crunk Girl. If you guys didn't know, she's a part of the council, and she also writes for sheattack.com.
How you doing?
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
So,
Not much.
Crunk is an OG out here in these YouTube streets.
Yeah, man, I've been on YouTube since 2010, 2011.
Yo, Grim, I put the link back in there again. So if you want to click on it and join, you can join it.
I just want to say something because I heard someone saying talking about shouting people out and shit like that.
Yeah.
You gotta realize when. How can I say this? Since I've been on here for a long time. So, shout outs only do one thing, and that's boost your subscriber account. That doesn't mean they're gonna stay.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to get at.
Like I can shout your channel out and you get 100 subscribers. That don't mean they're gonna watch your videos. It just mean they subscribe to you. That's why you see a lot of channels that are bloated, but when the views don't match up with the subscriber count.
Yeah, and that's what I've been trying to get at because like when I was over on Zaire's channel and I did my 2 little things over there, he gave me shout outs. I jumped up 30 subs. But in them 30 subs, I mean, my watch ratio was still bad because, like, my content just wasn't as, as much as, like, Zaire and them give. So, like, they subbed to me because Zaire told them to sub to me. But at the end of the day, they didn't stay and watch. So it really doesn't give you really any benefit if you aren't a huge content creator.
Exactly.
Really based on case by case.
It helps. It makes you. How can I say this?
It helps you grow with your name, but it doesn't really help you grow with the brand if you're not willing to commit to the brand.
Yeah, also with a shout out, like you said, it can boost your subscribers, but it's a shout out can only do so much because you yourself, you gotta all those people that subscribe to your channel, you gotta give them a reason for them to stay.
To stay.
You know what I mean? So somebody can shout you out.
Most of the time, they only subscribe to you because their favorite YouTuber told them to, not because they like your content.
Yeah. And they'll probably subscribe but never watch your videos.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You can ask for, oh, I want them to shout me out and I want them to help me. And back in the day, the help only went so far. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to dealing with folks, I was cool with BG and Hard 8 and Shokio, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I've got videos where I got shouted out and I didn't ask for it. They just did it just because they did it. You know what I'm saying? And it helped me. But the subscribers that I got like from day one, like I still got subscribers that I still to this day interact with, talk to, all that. Like, every time I tweet something, they always liking videos. But you could tell who's been there from the beginning, who, if you pay attention to your channel. The shout outs only do so much. The shout outs only do so much. It's all up to you and your content. If I can give you a shout out and send 100 people, but if them 100 people not watching your channel, what was the use?
Yeah, and that's why I said it's based off a case-by-case basis. It's based off of how you present your content, how the viewer looks at your content, and if they really enjoy what you have. Because even if for example, let's say you gave me a shout out, well, I don't do PlayStation stuff. I do mainly Xbox news and just drama shit, right? Yeah. So my content may not reflect on what you are doing. So the people that came from your channel are going to look at my content, they're going to be kind of turned off. They're going to be like, okay, moving on. So I mean, that's what you have to look at.
Some people aren't so less open-minded. Like Barry says, he checks out everybody's channel.
Oh yeah.
Your Xbox or PlayStation. Like, I'm the same way. People will probably kill me for saying this. Like, I listen to Crap Gamers podcast. I listen to Zaire's podcast. I listen to Mooch too. Even
hold on. See, that's the mindset that I don't like. I understand what you're saying, Jaleesa, but I hear a lot of people say this all the time because I even get judged by this. Is because I listen to Crap Gamers podcast. That's the only thing I really listen to for Crap Gamer is his podcast. I always support Zone.
No, but the thing about it is, what I'm getting to is I go to their podcast because I want to actually listen and hear their side. I want to hear everybody's take on everything. So when I open my mouth and say something, I know I'm telling the truth because I know exactly what you said when you said it.
No, but what I'm trying to get at is before you said that, you said, I know people's going to give me a lot of flack for this.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to why is that mentality there that just because you listen to this?
It's your choice, though.
It's because of who they are.
Yeah.
You can watch whatever you want. Like, don't let anyone tell you can't watch.
No. I'm not saying. I'm just saying the way it is. Like, when it comes to listening to certain people, they feel like, oh, they're beneath. But I feel like with me, I want to hear everybody's take on something. So when they F up and they go certain ways, or they hypocrisy, I can call all of it out. Because Barr does the same thing. The same people he be debating be the same people he listen to. So when he brings something up, they can't say they said it because he heard them when they said it.
Yeah, and that's the point. And I mean, at the same time, I mean, the thing with podcasts is to have a true successful podcast, you have to have good chemistry with the group, and you have to have a good entertaining cast, because no one's going to want to sit there for 2 hours and watch people that are dry. This is not going to happen.
Yeah, that's true too. I listen to everybody. I want to hear everybody's opinions, so we all can have a legitimate conversation if we ever do cross paths. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's not going to agree on everything. Everybody has but I also I want to know why everybody's preference is the way it is and the way they feel about stuff. I've always been like that. I'm an objective person.
Oh yeah.
There's many times I disagree with people, but I'll still watch their podcast. I'll still watch their channel. You know what I mean? So there's times where we're going to get into this as well because I did see that it's a main little gripe that a lot of people have on YouTube, and it does cause drama. Jay, you can speak in this as well because I do watch your videos, but there's a reason why I don't really comment and all that stuff, and I'm going to get into that.
But see, that's
right
a
now.
good thing. You know, that's how you stay
I
out
ain't worried.
of.
I don't comment on anybody.
That's how you stay out of the crumb side in a lot of ways, and that's what I was trying to explain to Dave and other people. If you don't want to get out of the if you want to get away from getting attacked, don't just like the video.
But
Now I'm not
why
even gonna say
You
shit.
can't even
Now,
like the
you gotta be
video because
careful.
people put Twitter handles in titles, so you got to watch
Yeah,
out for that now.
Well, yeah.
why is that mentality? Why is that mentality there? Why is that mentality there when it comes to somebody that you're subscribed to or somebody that you support? Why? I'm not. I get it. I understand it, but I just want to hear. I want to hear your guys' reasonings of why it's not okay to comment on somebody's video, especially if you're subscribed to somebody, cool somebody, and you have beef with that person. Why does it have to be like a drama fulfilled thing?
Man,
You know
it's
what I'm
just YouTube. It's just YouTube, man. Like
I'll let her talk and then I'll bring my
it's
take into it.
YouTube, yo. Like, as long as I've been on here, you're like, y'all think this shit is bad, man. Last Generation was a whole lot different.
Yo, I get what up, man? Thanks for coming through.
Like Last Generation, man, you could, man, when it was like I think like the ass end of the gen, like I'll say maybe between 2011 and 2013 ish. Man, YouTube was crazy out here, yo. Like it was mostly like straight Xbox dominated, and it was only a few PlayStation like big channels.
You had a
Like,
lot more Nintendo people out there too.
and yeah, and there were a lot more Nintendo. Like it wasn't just Showkill. It was a lot more people. Like it was like Baron used to have way more like videos than he does now. You know what I'm saying? But when the tides turn, shit is just different. Like we used to have a Presidor.
People went into hiding. They didn't come out. Like they're staying there hiding under the boards under the boardwalk. They're just hanging out and waiting for the moments to come up and attack.
Yeah, it used to be a lot more variety Last Generation when the 360 was king. But after I'll say like 20, like at the ass end of the generation when PlayStation started pumping out games and Microsoft really wasn't pushing out much, the tide started turning on YouTube as well. And you was getting trolls and stuff like that, but it wasn't like serious like it is now. Like a lot of people don't like if a lot of people were in the YouTube society, as you want to say it, during Last Generation and this generation is totally different. Like Barry, me and you know, me and Kev talk about that all the time. Like, man, it used to be like straight Xbox and a lot more Nintendo cats on YouTube. Like, I think the only dude that was like mainly PlayStation was
Pyro.
yeah, Pyro. Like Pyro was
He was taking the beatings out there
for a hot minute on YouTube.
He was standing out there against like 20 Xbox dudes.
Yeah, like Pyro was by himself, dog. Like real talk.
Yo, before we continue, we got my man Grim in here. Just introduce yourself real quick, Grim. I know a lot of people know Grim, but it's still the formalities of introducing yourself. So.
Yo, what up? That's all I gotta say.
Yo, Grim, you're a
Shortest
YouTube,
and the best intro ever.
You're a YouTube. I consider you as a YouTube vet too, because even before like I started my channel, I knew about your channel. You know what I'm saying? Like off the podcast or I guess Skype stuff. So what's
Skype
your
forums.
take on this? Yeah, what's your take on this? And then we're gonna get to Jade and Frozen, because I know with Jay, I want to hear Jay's words on this. But yo, go ahead, Grim.
My take on like on the YouTube drama.
No, like Jay said, like, say you're subscribed to somebody, and you also subscribe to another person, but they're going through some type of drama. It's not okay to just comment on that person's, I guess, the drama video. Is that what you're saying, Jay? The drama type video where they're going at each other?
Here's my take on it, and I was doing this with the Sony Only a Shadow Man shit. I liked their content for the last week, so I was tweeting it out, fucking liking the video, and then I would move on. I wouldn't put a comment down below unless there was something like with Shadow Man. I think the only time I commented is when Shadow Man showed the flagging thing, and I pointed out that it was a community guideline strike, and Shadow Man came back to me and said, "Yo, bro, this is just because it's a community guideline strike doesn't mean that Bond didn't have all his guys over there and try to flag his channel." And I was like, "You're right. He could have done that because he was bitching about it on Twitter. So that means his White Knights could have went over there and did that, but you can't actually say it was Bond. You could just say it's his White Knights minions." So he corrected me on that issue. But that, like, the way I look at it, when someone does a drama video, the best advice I give people: don't comment. Don't unless you're calling out some of the bullshit that you see that they be incorrect or infactual on. But don't try to comment. Don't try to just like the video, watch it, and move on from there. And that's how you can stay out of the drama but still watch the entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, I understand it. Trust me, because that's what I do. You know what I mean? But I just feel like those is it something that somebody said that they can't comment, or what if they just said like, yo, that was funny?
Here's the thing with comments, especially when you're in the YouTube community, your comment can be taken out of context so fast with a lot of YouTubers and you may be cool with this dude, but you'll go comment on like the drama that he's having with this guy, and then you go make another comment on the other guy's channel, right? And one of them may take your comment out of context, and then that's going to drag you in the mix of it, It's the same thing when you're like, if you're having drama beef, for an example, and then you go on another dude's podcast and you bring up the beef that these other two guys are having drama, that's going to take you out of then, one of the two guys that are beefing is going to look at what you're saying in that podcast, and they're going to take your shit out of context without actually going to you, and now you inserted yourself into the beef,
Yeah. Yeah, trust me, I get it. I get what you're saying. But yo, Grim, what's your thoughts?
I mean, that's just how people are. I mean, it's nothing really you could do about it. There is no. If you guys don't know, I am doing the Crumb Side Survival Guide. I took a break from doing YouTube videos though for a minute. But there's nothing you can really do about that, because now you tying in prediction. Like, I gotta predict if someone gonna take something I say offensive. Let's just say Jay is going at it with Jay Barry. He made a video that was funny as shit, and I decide normally I don't comment, so that's just.
Hold on, Grim. You're saying that Jay Centuries is gonna come at your boy Jay Barry?
Don't tell my secret, Grim. That was a pet project, man. Leave that shit alone, all right, brother?
But
yo, Jay did try to come at me with I remember me and Jay, we went at it on Twitter, like we was going back.
Hey, I'm still waiting for that debate, son. I'm still waiting for that debate. I don't give up on that shit, son.
But like, if you
maybe one day.
Like,
go ahead, Grim, my bad.
Like, if you guys were going at it and Jay said something funny against you in a video, and I found it funny, and I were to leave a comment saying it was funny, you had a problem with that, I just tell you from the door, man, hey, you just got that problem. I'm not finna argue with you. You got a problem.
You gotta hold that.
Yep, you just gonna. The only thing I can tell you is, hey, he got you. You might want to come back, get him.
I mean, when you make videos with people that are in your same community, most of the time it be funny and be just jokes, just getting off jokes. But like the personal stuff, to me, is like so like, oh my god, like.
Yeah, really? But what is the level of being personal? Because
I mean, personal is when you talking about people's daughters and talking about people.
Okay, because I was about to say, like, if you're talking about
personal stuff, like
Facebook or like showing
totally different.
So what I was gonna say is, so you're not talking about like when someone shows off someone's like personal Facebook or Twitter that everybody can have access to, because to me that's public information. But
no,
I'm against that too.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, because that's the main reason why my Facebook is private.
No. See, your Facebook is private.
It's the main reason why my Facebook is private.
Here's the thing. Your Facebook is private, so that would be private information. But when you have these YouTubers that do have their public Facebook, which is their family Facebook, right, on their YouTube channels and everybody's in there, that becomes public domain because you gave that access to everybody on YouTube.
But the thing about it is, though, when you do that, it opens up a can of worms for others.
And that's what I'm getting at.
Which is why people don't put their personal Facebooks, and they don't add you as their. Like, if I add you as my friend on my personal Facebook, and you go under my personal Facebook looking for stuff, that means I hurt you so bad that you feel like you got to go to my personal Facebook where my family and friends are, that has nothing to do with the situation, to try and hurt me.
But
And
I
see,
want
that's
to.
what I'm getting at, though.
Childish
Like,
and
there's a case by case basis. Like,
no,
for example, hold on,
childish and that's petty.
Hold on,
You
let
doing
me
that
go.
to actually hurt me
hold
over
on. Let me
Hold on,
finish.
let me throw this
over
out
a
here
piece
before
of
y'all.
plastic. That's petty.
Let me throw this out here before y'all continue. The thing that I don't understand about that argument is just personal information doesn't have to be private. When someone says you're putting out my personal information, like for example, your police record, nine times out of 10, like where I live, I can go look up, type in your name, I can see if you've been arrested.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
that's different.
yeah, but that's still your personal information. It's
No,
not.
because
No, wait.
that
No,
is considered
Jay, you're not
that's
understanding.
considered by law public domain
No,
because
Jay,
you
but
have
you're not
pages
understanding what
and
I'm saying.
sites that give you that access.
Hey, you're not understanding what I'm saying. I didn't say it was private. I said it was personal. That's different. Personal information don't have to be private.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like when people want to get personal with other people, I don't understand that. But you know, I mean, I get it because people do it. People probably do it just to get under people's skin. But I just don't. I don't operate that way. So that's why I don't understand.
Well, no, I agree with what you on how you operate, but what I'm getting at is most of these YouTubers, and this is the reason why on my Facebook, I have two separate Facebooks. I have one for my family and my friends, and then I have one for YouTube, right? So no one in YouTube side of the community is linked to the one on my family one, so it separates everything. Same thing with my Twitter, everything like that. So to me, you can do whatever you want on on my Twitter, on my YouTube, Facebook, and my Twitter, right? That to me is public domain. But the one that I have locked out towards just my family and friend is a private Facebook, right? So no, like you shouldn't be able to jump on that unless you're really trying to search for my information. But you have other YouTubers in this YouTube community that don't do that. They have one Facebook which is linked there, right? And then everybody knows the Facebook, everybody's associated with it. And then you get mad because someone shows off your Facebook, but you gave them that information. You know, regardless of if they have the beef, you already know once that information is out there, you know eventually someone's going to use that against you. So why are you getting mad?
I mean, Jay, look, you already know. I already said in my Crime Side Survival Guide. No, I didn't mean to shout out my own shit, but you know what I'm saying. Like I already said, don't.
That's fine, man. Go ahead.
I said you're not supposed to. I don't share personal information on here. But,
Yeah.
but I do think that I still think it's like I think it's lame. You know what I'm saying? That's me personally. I think
What you got to realize though on this side,
that shit is fucking corny.
every little detail to attack you on.
That shit
Like,
is
and you,
corny. But when you gotta use, but when I hurt your feelings to the point where you gotta go find some like personal shit to get at me with, other than gaming topics and gaming facts, to me that's corny.
But yes, you're right.
Let me get
But
Frozen
on this side of
standpoint.
YouTube, and I'm gonna shout out Thanos on this, and he's 100% correct. On this side of YouTube, it is a game to these guys. They don't look at it like that. It's like the streets. You fight dirty regardless. I mean, each one of us have our own different preferences on how we fight and how we interact with different people and how we do our beefs, right? Most of these guys, they do their beefs and they fight dirty. They fight at any little thing. They look for any little loophole. That's the reason why, like, when you say stuff in audio, you have to be careful what you say in audio because they will take whatever you say out of context and use it against you. So, like, they don't care about that shit. That's why, like, when I do my shit, it's either you go all in or you don't go in at all, you know? Because the trolls on this side of YouTube are going to troll you regardless. That's why on my outro I always say where the trolls belong, in the comment section, because I don't even go look at my comment section like that. Because I know that's a cesspool of trolls.
Okay. I get it. Let me get Frozen's point. Like his standpoint in this.
My point is just refer to Grimm's guide. I think he did a really good guide on
Oh yeah.
how to keep yourself contained within YouTube. Don't put your name out there. Don't put your social security number out there. Don't be trying to meet up with people in real life. Like, 'cause I don't understand that whole portion. People are trying to meet up in real life and try to settle something in real life that happened online, and you don't know who you're gonna meet. If you go out there, you don't know what they got. You don't know how many people you're gonna meet up with. You don't know how many people are gonna be waiting for you there. Like, it's just crazy. I don't think wasn't there some situation with on one of the Call of Duties where one of the dude went to his house and killed him or something like that? or beat
Oh
him
yeah,
up.
there was a situation where a dude actually came from London and
Yeah,
met
that
up a
one.
13-year-old kid and killed him.
He knifed him or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Man, that's
There
just
was
like
a
when you
That's
be
crazy.
swatting people like that. Showing like that's some serious stuff, Lil. Like police could be killing these people out here. That swatting shit is crazy.
Like you got a lot
Jail
of people
time
out
for
here that
that?
are dangerous, man. Like I try to.
Well, no, you had the situation where the guy came from London and killed a 13-year-old kid. You had another one where two couples knifed a dude for a PlayStation 4. There's been several incidents in gaming where that shit has happened.
Man, these motherfuckers got mental problems, yo.
Yeah, it is
Well, I mean,
crazy. But yo,
society has a mental problem if you
Grim's
really think about it.
Survival Guide is a good series for YouTube. I enjoy watching that.
It's definitely informative, and it will like help out smaller YouTubers that are jumping into the Chrome site understand what they should and should not do.
And that's my problem with Grim, man. Because yeah, I swear I'll fight Grim, but I'm, I'm saying like yo, Grim would do this stuff. He would have a series, and then he just stop, yo. You know what I'm saying? Yo, let's talk about that, Grim. Let's talk
Yeah, he
about
keeps
you for
taking
a
a
second.
break. I'm tired of him taking a break. We're waiting for live streams or something.
You take more breaks than me, man. What's up with that, man?
Man, like I just don't feel like making the video. That's just what like I plan on going in on No Man's Sky. Hey, just
Oh,
yet.
Oh damn. Yo,
yep.
you know what's the greatest quote ever from comic books?
What's
It's
that?
my it's by one of my favorite dudes called Ben Parker. He said, "With great power comes great responsibility." Grim, you formulated this power of the Crumb Slice Survival Guide. You have a responsibility, sir. Nah, he not buying it.
He did a great video like about God of War. You see that one?
What you think? What you think, Jay? What you think? You with me or
I mean,
not?
it's up to Grim. I mean, if when he ever wants to make the video, he makes the video. If he wants to come back to the series, he can. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I don't try to tell these YouTubers how to run their channel. Now, to clarify with the Poppy situation, I told Poppy when me and him had our first falling out, next time he did a drama video, I would be the first one to call him out as a friend for the shit, because that's not how he wanted to bring his channel.
Yo, Jay,
But I
you a
don't have a
savage on
personal
here, man.
attack.
You have
There,
drama
there.
every so often on your channel. It's like you can't get away from it. But when your channel is centered around drama, that shit is like sometimes
Well, see, that was the thing with Poppy. We had our falling out, and he said that I was the one causing all the drama, yada yada yada. So we had a falling out, and he said he wanted to take his channel legit. No more than 2 weeks after he said he wanted to take his channel legit, he went back doing drama. So I called him out on it. I was like, "Didn't you remove me supposedly because you didn't want drama, or was it because I called you out on air?"
I don't necessarily agree that you caused drama. I would say that you were more controversial as far as you know when some people on a podcast something will make a point, but you don't really agree with that point, but you will take you step back and be like, okay, I just let that person go ahead and get it instead of going through this long debate. I don't see that in your bones. Like if somebody says something wrong on a podcast or something, you're going to like, nah, hold on. Let's go back to what you said a half an hour ago. You said this and this about Halo. No, let's go get it. Let's go get it. There's nothing really wrong with that, but I don't
Well,
really
I
see
think
that
that's
as
the thing
drama.
with a lot of these guys. I think who was it? Someone in my Discord said it. They said that I need to cool down. Like a lot of these guys look at YouTube like a politician, and I don't look at it like that. I tell you what I'm thinking, and I shoot
Oh,
straight from the hip.
whoever said that is on point. YouTube is definitely politics.
Yeah, and I
Definitely.
think that's the problem that I have is I'm not in that politician mindset. So I'm not sitting there trying to figure out like what I need to say, right? I'm just going to tell you what I feel and what's going on in my head. And if you don't like it, then move on.
Yeah, I respect that. I
Well,
respect it.
sorry.
Yo,
What's up with this? I think this should be kind of like brought up, like this whole flagging and snitching thing. Some people say it's okay to do it, and some people say it's not. What's up? What's going on with that?
that's a good question, man. For me personally, it depends on what is happening. You know what I mean? Like if my Facebook is private and you have my information all over there and all that stuff, and that's something that I don't want to be out there in the public, that's something I might, put a flag on that channel. Like, yo, that's uncalled for. Taking my videos and chopping it up, I really don't care if people do that. Honestly, I haven't had anybody that really have done that from on my side. Thank God. But that stuff, I don't care about that. Because I don't do YouTube for money and all that stuff.
Here's
Other people that do it for money, they probably will have an issue with that because you're actually taking their product and trying to, if you're doing it monetizing, you're making money off of it, off of somebody else's product. Somebody might have an issue with that. Me personally, I don't. You know what I mean? I don't really go into the whole snitching aspect, the flagging. But if it's something like severe, like, real personal information, then I say you can do it. But
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
not one for
here's
it.
what's
I don't
going on.
flagging and stuff like if you cut the video up and you know what's funny is funny, especially if you freaking contradicting yourself. You say one
Well,
thing,
and
so
that's the problem that's going on right now with this the flagging and stitching comment that's going on. Bond, which is the main problem, the most recent case, has this thing on his channel about always calling people out for flagging, snitching, blocking, yada yada yada. But lately, because he's been getting attacked really fucking hard, and he can't back up anything that he's saying, he's been hitting up Twitter and telling people that he's going to take people's channels down. He's going to block. He blocked me today because like he was replying to me for 3 hours straight, and I just wasn't replying to him. It's like I did yesterday, and he fucking finally decided was like, well, fuck, I just got to block this guy. Because I obviously I triggered him so much that he had to keep replying to a Twitter page that no one was replying back to him on.
Oh, damn.
I mean,
I missed that.
I don't have no problem with Bond. Bond is funny because most of the time he do be catching cats in his lives. I ain't
But
gonna front.
I didn't.
Go front. He be catching cats up.
That's the thing, though. I didn't have a problem with Bond either. I'll show you exactly what set me up, and this is the reason why I say you even have to be careful when you tweet shit out now. All right, let me pull my shit up.
Yeah,
That's
like with
what I
me,
think.
yeah, hold on.
All right.
Do I click on your name or something?
No, it should, because I already clicked on my name. It should automatically show, correct?
Okay. I don't want it
Alright,
flopping.
you
You
see
trying to
this
show.
right? No, this
Really just
isn't direct.
click on his icon and it'll stay up.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Alright, you see this right here? See, Sony only did something that I would have never thought. So I tweeted this out about 2 days ago, right? And I didn't realize that when he put the @ in fucking Blackbond and he had it with like the same as his Google Plus, it automatically, when you share it to Twitter, or if he has a fucking any of these other things with the same @ symbol, it tags him back to his channel.
But you know what though? That's the oldest trick in the book, man. That's
I never
Well,
knew
see,
about
that's the
that
thing,
until you
though. I
put that
didn't
out there.
know.
every time somebody likes it, he gets it on his Twitter.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I didn't know that because I've never really seen anyone title it like this before until now. And Blackbond hit me up when this situation happened 2 hours later, and he blew up my shit for like 12 hours. And at first, I was trying to figure out why the fuck he was blowing up my shit, so I was asking some of the guys in Discord. I asked Resurrection, I was like, yo, bro, what the fuck's going on? I haven't interjected my beef in this at all. And fucking Resurrection looks at my Twitter. He was like, you do know you tweeted out Sony Only's video with Black Bond tagged. I was like, no, dude, all I did was share out his video because I liked it. It was funny as fuck. And he was like, yeah, but if you look at the title, it says @Black Bond. And I'm like, oh shit. I didn't even realize I fucked up like that. But see, Black Bond didn't even come to me and ask me, like, man to man in the Twitter. The first thing you would think he would have done was like, why'd you tweet this out? No, he just went off on a rant. For no reason, so he included me into the beef because of that, because I could have simply told him, yo, bro, it was a mistake. All I did was I liked the video, I tweeted it out, and my bad if it offended you. But he didn't even give me that opportunity to do that. So then he ejected me into the beef and started calling me out my name. So I was like, okay, you're gonna do that shit now. Now I'm gonna fucking jump in on you. And that's how I got inserted into the situation.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and that's where it comes down to. That's why I said now you even have to be careful with people's titles, because if they have that @ on their fucking titles, it automatically tags you. So now you have to watch out who you fucking even tweeting their shit out or sharing it.
Yo, YouTube, it becomes such a place where you just gotta be so mindful. You know what I mean? Like, when you just walk out in the street and you're like in the hood, you can't keep eye contact too long because that might send wrong signals. You know what I mean? You gotta be aware on YouTube, like how you are on the street, because if you comment, if you like, that can just cause so much issues.
Because people
Yeah.
take it out of context without actually coming to you first and being like, "Why'd you do this?"
Yeah, like even on YouTube, I hear this a lot, where a lot of people will say, "I don't care if you're cool with this person or blah blah blah," but yo, really and truly, that is an issue.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It is an issue.
Well, you got
Where
YouTubers on here that if they're beefing with someone and you go to their podcast or whatever, they will kick you out of the group because they're fucking got beef with that person, and that's a common currency that you even see on this side of YouTube.
I mean, everybody, does what they want, but I feel that if I'm going at it with somebody, or I don't even think I've ever really gone at it with nobody, because every time it may be something between me and someone else, it's not even like it's over dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying? But every time it happens, like when I notice people like just bringing irrelevant things up to the topic, I already know I won the conversation. Well, I don't have to go extra hard because they're done. You know. But I think sometimes what people want everybody in the world to know, oh, I won this argument, so they go extra hard for no reason, and that just makes the shit escalate and escalate and escalate. I don't care about that.
it's crazy, man. Like,
Man, if we ain't talking about games and all this other shit, all the other stuff is corny to me. Like I don't be wanting to get.
nah, but you know what, Jaleesa? As much as I agree with that statement, I disagree with it as well, because here, for a gaming channel, gameplay is not really desired from the people that subscribe to you.
Oh yeah, I get a lot of people on my
But
channel that say they come in there for the drama. They don't come in there.
Mostly everybody's subscribed every year or so.
But the difference between gameplay, I feel like for me, like okay, I can put up gameplay and my gameplay get less views than an opinionated piece. Like my subscribers are used to me putting out opinionated videos with me, like just straight up having like no gameplay in the background, just me doing a video. That's why I'm so used to getting on camera and doing videos all the time, because that's how my channel started. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So once people get used to that, gameplay is cool, but they can get gameplay from anybody. They subscribe to you because they like your opinions, or they like to hear your opinions and how you correlate your opinions to what they like or what they don't like. People may watch you and not like Bari. People may watch you and not even like your content. They just watch you because they like your personality, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like there's some not subscribers. There's some people I watch on YouTube. No matter what they play, I always watch because I love their personality. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes I don't care what game they play. I always like their personality and how they got their channel set up. It just depends on the person. Like I don't go to BG for always having gameplay. I go to BG because I like when he does live streams and when he does his live commentaries, or when he does.
I think you're at a different mindset than most people.
And yeah, every person you subscribe to them for a certain thing. It's not always gameplay. Sometimes I don't care what game you're playing. I like you for you. like Chase Money. Chase Money is a person who was a huge Call of Duty guy back in the day. But you know why I'm subscribed to him? Because he's funny as shit. And no matter what game he plays, I'm always entertained. No matter what he's playing. It can be a game I'm not into, but because he's playing it and his personality is so bright, I'm always watching.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. You have a different mindset than a lot of these guys, because a lot of these viewers, like, and this is proven, even Heartache has proven this before, they care for the drama. They want that shit.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
Oh, they do.
I mean, even back in the day when me and when I was on Poppy 2K's channel for the 9 months that I was over there, and we were doing nothing but drama on a daily basis, like it was popping. That channel was getting more views than it had subs on a regular. Like he was hitting 15,000, 7,000 views on a video, because people like that shit. It's like Jerry Springer. Everybody watches Jerry Springer, but they don't want to admit that they watch Jerry Springer.
I don't watch Jerry Springer.
Yo, Tech, what up, man?
What I'm saying is, with the analogy though, bro.
Everybody running up fighting, that joint is entertaining. But
I used to watch Jerry Springer.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You're getting what the analogy that I'm trying to get at. everybody watches drama. They just don't want to admit that they're watching the drama. I was using Jerry
Yeah,
Springer
like
as a.
I admit I watch Black Bond. I'm not subscribed to Heartache, but I watch it from time to time. It just depends on what your tastes are and what you like at that time. Like everybody don't like at one time I wasn't watching Heartache at all. You know what I'm saying? Now I watch him every now and again. I watch Black Bond every now and again to get a couple laughs. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not like I want to see this every day. I want drama, drama. Nah, not all the
Oh yeah.
time. Most of the time I like
But
I
that
like
was the thing. I was cool with Black Bond until this weekend. I had no problems with him, never had a beef, never I actually was in an interview with him on Poppy 2K channel. The guy was pretty cool. Same with Heart 8, I'm cool with Heart 8, I'm cool with Zaire. But as soon as you inject me into this shit, I'm gonna go at you regardless if I'm cool with you or not. You know.
that's
So
your
So
you
prerogative,
think you
man.
think
Like
you broke the
oh, I
quote
broke the
unquote crumb side
unspoken
rule?
rule, man. I shouldn't have tagged him. I mean, I admit that if I would have looked at the title and I would have seen the tag, I would have did like some of the other guys that I showed on my video that was smart enough to actually take the tag out of the title. Now,
yep.
I was stupid
Exactly.
when I tweeted the shit out and just just tweeted it out like most people do when they're looking at the shit through their phone. They hit like, tweet, and then move on, and that's where I fucked up.
I mean, I don't think
That's
it would have really mattered if you took the ad
I
out.
mean, no, it would have mattered because he, even though you would have liked it, it wouldn't have got
Well, no,
added to
because Black Bond wasn't following
ads.
me on
No,
Twitter.
no. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, the only reason he knew you did it is because you had him, right? But if he found out you did it anyway, he's not gonna like it because Bond. I mean, I don't know if Bond is gay or not, but he doesn't. He's saying he's not. So the fact that you like something that's going against what he's saying, like any other person, he's not gonna like that.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean that's just
but
like
here's
when
the thing: he
Iron
would have
got
never
outed by
known
no,
about the
I'm cool out of
situation. He would have never
that.
known
That's
about the situation because it was tagged, and me and him don't follow each other on Twitter at all. So the only way he
yeah,
would have found out about it is if someone on my Twitter page would have went over to Bond and fucking told Bond that I tweeted out shit out. And I tweeted
yeah,
out every fucking thing Shadow Man has been tweeting out for the last week, same with Resurrection. So like there was no problems with that. I've even tweeted out a whole bunch of Bond shit in the past. Same with Heartache shit in the past. So like they didn't have a problem when I was tweeting their shit out, but now they have a problem when I tweeted something out.
Oh,
And
because
like I said, it was my fuck up for the tag. I should have checked that.
Oh yeah, I mean that's just how it is out here, man.
Oh yeah, I know.
You went through that. You said that with Dave. That's what happened with you and Dave. As far as him commenting, the comment is just like the like. You know what I mean? He didn't think nothing
Well, see,
of it.
the thing with Dave, and I said this about Dave, me and Dave squashed it that day after he did the comment, and I told Dave we're cool. The thing that pissed me off, and I keep saying this about Dave, was he went into Poppy's channel and he was twisting the words of what me and Thanos was saying in Poppy's channel, and that's what pissed me off. Cause
So are you cool with Poppy now, or did you guys crush that?
he's supposed to
that
come
beef?
talk to me. He has yet to talk to me. It's been like 10 days now. So, and I'm not going to go because I've done it twice already trying to convince Poppy for me and him to be cool. So I've told everybody in Discord that's asked me this. I was like, no, he's got to come to me. I'm not going to
Yeah.
him.
Because honestly, I think you and as much as what people have been saying or whatever, I think you and Poppy do have good chemistry because
Oh
it's
yeah,
more like
I agree. I told Poppy this. I told the guys and they used to be a part of the cast. Our cast was popping. That chemistry was flowing really well. Like, and
Especially
even
them
Poppy can
6 hour
somewhat
casts,
admit
man.
that.
You gotta go back to doing them 6 hour casts, man.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Even Poppy can admit back in the day that the chemistry was going well. You know, it hasn't been the same since the situation happened with that.
yeah, the chemistry is good because as much as people saying that you're quote unquote causing a drama, but it's more of like a yin and yang kind of ordeal because you got Poppy that's the mediator and you're like the opposite of that. You're the more the aggressive guy. So it kind of blends. So if you having like a mediator and then everybody else is just like the mellow people, it's not really gonna
Yeah, you
clash
want.
well.
I mean, if you look, for example, newscast or you look at sportscast, there's always someone that has like you said, is like the mediator, and then you always have one dude that's the wild card. You kind of want that in your cast, in all honesty. You want one guy that's a little out there. I mean, look at, for example, Weapon Wheel podcast. Heartache is the wild card in the Weapon Wheel podcast. That's the reason why a lot of people like watching the Weapon Wheel podcast. That's the reason I want it. Because Heartache goes in on there, and you never know what the fuck that dude's gonna say. You know? I mean, that's something that you kind of have to have in there, and to an extent, to make the chemistry balance out really well. Now, granted,
Yeah.
as being that type of guy, you have to understand, and I've told Poppy this too, you have to tell me when I'm going too far, because sometimes I may not see I'm going too far. Because
Yeah.
I may not
Sometimes,
look at shit like you look at shit.
sometimes sometimes people just don't want to mess up somebody's flow. So even though like they might disagree with something that you're doing, he could probably be like, okay, I don't want to say that because
But
I
what
don't
he
want to,
does, let's see, here's the thing
hurt
that I
their
don't get
feelings.
when people say that. We have this thing in Hangouts, right? Now everybody always uses for podcasts. We have a private chat room that the guys can't see. You could DM that chat room because I always have mine open and be like, "Yo, bro, calm down a little bit, chill," and I can read that message and I'd be like, "All right, I got you, bro. I'll chill out a little."
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah,
and you
yeah.
don't see a lot of people doing that, like. There could be off-air conversations going on while we're doing the cast, saying, "Yo, I need you to come in, interject. Yo, I need you to do this, yada yada yada." But you never see no one really doing that, because I see, and even in my cast, I've had this happen where people have like talk, or they say something that they don't need to say, like they're going to the bathroom or they're doing something like this, and I'm like, "Why the fuck didn't you just put that in the goddamn chat room that we're in? You didn't have to say that on air. You could have did it right then."
Yeah, I personally don't like saying a lot of things on air, like somebody fix your mic or your mic you need to be muted. I would type that in the chat. Anybody been in the podcast that the council podcast and the hangouts, you definitely gonna see that chat being used. Like yo, background or this and that, this and
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying. Like the background shit that we have to go through in the cast while we're doing it. If we need to something like, I gotta go to the bathroom, bam, chat. All right, I know you're back. So I don't have that, that dull moment or that moment where I'm asking you something and you're not even there.
It's not hard
You
to
know?
type BRB in there, man. That's all you gotta write.
Yeah, it's not hard. I mean, it's the same thing with like if someone's going too hard, be like, "Yo, bro, you need to chill out on the dude. You're going too hard on him." All right, I'll calm down. Because then I could read the message and be like, "Oh shit, all right, you know what? I didn't realize I was going in."
Like yo, chill out, bro. And Jay gonna be like, I ain't chilling out for nothing. Stop lying, Jay, stop. But no, man, it's just like I would never tell anybody you can't do drama because at the end of the day, I look at YouTube like at Facebook as your stuff. That's however you want to do it. But it comes to a point where a lot of drama is in YouTube and other gaming channels. Like I saw something about Wolflow. Anybody know Wolflow?
Yeah,
No, I don't know
I'm
Flow
on
too
this,
much.
Yeah,
I'm in this podcast on Sundays.
yeah, he did a video the other day too, man. It was an on point video. I don't know if you guys want to
I've
check
seen
it out.
it.
It was really on point. Like it was just like more people just being negative or drama, and that's what's generating what people want to see rather than somebody that is actually playing the game or having knowledge on the game. And that stuff is just looked at as like, you know what I'm saying? We
Well, in a
watched
lot
that.
of ways, he's correct because I've got several comments in the last couple of days in my comment section like, "Look, bro, I come in here to watch drama. I don't come in here to watch gameplay." And like I said, that is based off of what the viewer wants to see.
Well,
And a lot
somebody
of
some,
these,
somebody said that straight up on your channel.
yeah, they said that straight up in my comment section. He was like, "I'm not coming in here to watch gameplay. I'm coming in here to watch y'all talk shit to each other." He essentially said that on one of my videos, and I was like, "Yo, that's what's up. At least you told me what the fuck you want."
I mean, it's the truth though. I mean, that's just like the whole situation that happened on Weapon Wheel a couple weeks ago with the whole It's Move shit. We went from like 600 views for them doing a podcast. It was up to like 1,000.
Yep. And you see,
It was almost
everybody
up
was
to
commenting
2,000
on
at
there.
the end of the cast.
Yeah, everybody was commenting. You see everybody in there. I recognize a whole bunch of people in that chat.
you saw all your subscribers in there.
I seen the whole crumb side in there. That's what I see.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
yeah,
I mean, the truth is the truth, but everybody's not like that. But of course, I'm gonna watch
Hey
it.
yo,
But
yo,
that, but
Fro,
that ain't all
you
that
should
I
have
watch.
told me. You should have told him like, hey man, you commented on here. Why you can't comment on my video?
That's what I'd like to say.
And
Let him know, man.
you know what's kind of funny though? Yeah, once you're in the same type of community, you get the same trolls too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yo, I've had the same troll for like a minute since I like when I was subscribed to BG and his cat name what's his name? Tony? I think that's his name, Tony. Yo, that dude been following me for years. Every time I put a video up, he got something to say.
Oh, I
I
think I
was
know
like,
That's your
Tony.
biggest fan.
but
I
what's so
know Tony.
funny is we know he a troll. Like he done went from my joint, now he on Erica Cuss for the Win. That's my homegirl who does YouTube as well. And she's works for She Attack. He be on her shit too. It just be hilarious. Like we attract the same people.
Well, that's because these people, like, that's what I'm trying to get at. Everybody watches everybody. It doesn't matter. It's a small town in this side of the community. Everybody knows everybody's business. So as soon as you even pop shots, it's gonna get back to them.
Yo, why is it if somebody like enjoy your content, they even comment all the time? Why is it that they wouldn't subscribe? Like I
I wish I
personally,
would get comments. I don't get any comments. I need to start changing up my content.
You got to be more controversy, man. You got to sit there, and I've noticed this too. You gotta, how you say, set your flag down, because a lot of these guys, like for example, even though I don't like the guy, but he's the genius at this. One Stop. He's an Xbox basher. I mean, he can sit here and say that he's an Xbox fan all he wants, but in reality, what he does is he bashes Microsoft so he can get like the Sony fans and the other people that like to bash Microsoft on his channel. And that's what he's doing. Now, do I agree with it? No, because that's my platform of choice. But by him doing that, he's able to garner like that sub base, which is a good thing. And it's the same thing with that guy Brandon, that is also like that, in JTech. They do that shit because they know that. But after a while, when Xbox gets back into positive news or anything like that, they're gonna have a hard time growing back their channels because no one's gonna want to hear that shit. Because then it's gonna get reversed.
yo, do you think it's a problem to have like a multifaceted channel? Like you talk about just
I
gaming
think it is on this side of the
general?
community because people have this set thing about flags. Like you either are on with the Microsoft, or you're with Sony, or you're with PC.
I'm
And
with.
if you're not with one of them, you're stuck in the middle. Because you look at a lot of people that are what you would say multi-platform channels, and they have a hard time getting anywhere because you go look at their comment section, or you look at what people are saying, and if they're talking shit about Microsoft, oh, you're a pony. Or if you're talking shit about Sony at one point, oh, you're a bot. Or if you're in the PC realm and you're talking shit about everything, you're just this PC elitist, you're a weirdo, yada yada yada. So like you get labeled regardless of where you go. So I think it is a good thing to a point of saying, yo, this is my preference, but I kind of do like what I see on the other end, but I'm still strongly opinionated on my preference.
Oh yeah, I get it. You can be a pony.
Because I
Yo,
Like
don't bash
what you
Sony.
said
I just think something great
Green,
about
you said
Xbox.
you part of
Like I never.
nobody.
I don't have no side when it comes to.
But Grim, you get called like every name. Like I see.
Yeah, you get
called
called
everything.
everything in the book, son. Like, I'm surprised you haven't went to the drama side yet. You need to come to the dark side. I'm just telling you. I'll bring you in, son. As a Padawan.
Grim had been to the dramas. I don't know. He's been to the
Nah,
drama
Grim
side.
like sparks people to make videos about him all the
Yo,
time.
you know what? You know what I
Oh,
always
Lord.
said? I think I told you this before, where I'm very shocked and surprised that, it's not no bash or anything like that, but that the fact that Grim has the amount of subscribers that you have. Because honestly, you're very knowledgeable. I don't know how old you are, but you're very knowledgeable,
I'm 21.
especially on. Damn. So you're like, look at that. You're 21 and you still know a lot more than a lot of people when it comes to like older gaming, like games and stuff like that. You're very knowledgeable in your games. You do have drama here and there, and when you do have your drama, it's like watching your videos and your drama, yo, it's so clean and cut. Like, yo, you break down every aspect of this drama and what's being said and all that stuff. So it mind boggles me when I'm like, yo, how the hell this dude's not like at 2,000, 3,000 subscribers? Like, it does. I don't get it.
Well, like I said, it's mainly because a lot of these fans, they come to you because they're looking, how you would say, to validate their purchase. Or they're looking because they want to hear you bash about the other platform. It's a fanboyism in this side of the community. And like that's the reason why like channels like Crap Gamers and them do so well, is because they built their channel around that community, so that community is going to support them. Same thing with Blackball and Heartache. They're known for their drama shit. They're known for calling people out, yada yada yada. So their guys watch that, so they're going to defend them because they have already garnered that fan base. You know, it doesn't matter how many videos Black Bond makes or how many videos you make against him. You're never going to persuade his fans to take your side. It's the same thing with when I was doing the shit with fucking One Stop. It's never going to persuade them to believe what I'm saying about One Stop. I can only present the evidence, and it's up to the fans or the people that are watching my videos to either take what I say is true and listen to what I have to say, or go off and on a tangent.
But you're also looking at somebody that's, you know, been on YouTube for how many years? That's not gonna.
Oh yeah, that's what
I mean, but you take
respect.
you take my situation, right, that just recently happened. I didn't even have to do anything because someone that basically, I mean, that's cool with Bond or knows Bond enough told him he was wrong. I don't have to say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like Bond tried to say that I said something I never even said. There's the end of discussion. Whether his fans want to, I mean, nothing. I'm not here trying to convince his fans. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest problem.
But see, that's the problem that you have with a lot of YouTubers that do expose videos. They are trying to get to that point of exposing.
Well,
and to convince their fans on that aspect.
Well, the thing is that the people that watch me, they don't agree with me 99% of the time, because the type of people I have around me question everything. Like, I question everything. We're very similar in that way. So even if someone comes after me, they're not going to be like, "Oh, Grim didn't do it." They're going to just be like, "Let's wait and see." And then all I can do is, if I choose to show them, "Yo, this is what really happened." You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said when people handle, like the way I handle, I guess you could call quote unquote drama. I don't even call it drama because it's just it's more of a misunderstanding than anything. So I go out, I correct it in a discussion. Just like when people sit there and they try to call me on my name and say stuff about how I look, never seen me before, I just like, yo, I don't even want to do that with you, bro. You know, we ain't in middle school. So what I'm gonna do is, you accuse me of doing this, I'm gonna show you that I didn't do that. Ain't nothing else to be said.
Oh yeah.
Now if you can come back and prove I lied, which I don't lie, so it's no reason. It's not even going to be anything to be come back with.
Well, you can't say that you don't lie.
You lied about God of War.
Lied.
Huh?
You
can't ever say that you don't lie, because everybody in your lifetime has lied.
I'm not saying, see, you taking it too literally. I'm not talking about that. I'm referring to the situation. Like, if you come out and call me out and say, Grim said the moon was blue. Okay, I don't think I've said that, so I will have to go and prove that. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm talking about in the moment. I'm not talking about I've never lied in my life. I always said when I was younger, look, I can make you think the grass is purple. Like, I was bad. So I can lie my ass off. That's why I don't like liars, because I know that I can lie like a motherfucker. But
you lied about God of War, sir.
Oh, I ain't lie about that. Oh, but see, look, I want to bring that up. See, someone said keep it gaming. When you do keep it gaming, then you get attacked for that. I came and I just say, yo, I'm having this gaming issue. You know, here it goes.
Good thing I told you before.
Yeah, but Brim, man, you have, I'm going to have to say this, man. You have some of the worst luck when it comes to video games. You find every glitch in a goddamn game, and I don't know how you do it.
It's not even worse luck, because I never really ran into glitches until this generation like that. Like, I mean, before this, I ain't ran no real problems. Like,
you have bad luck in a lot of games, like Fallout.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've watched your shit, and it's like every time you have something happens in your
but I'm not like, when I called up Sony and said, yo, I ran into a glitch in God of War remaster on PS4. The guy immediately said, oh, that game has a ton of glitches. Which one? That's bad. That's bad. That the customer service is telling me that game has a ton of glitches.
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing on that. I'm just saying, like, from my experience from watching your channel, I have seen it where, like, you ran into a glitch on a game, and I'm like, yo, how did you get that? Because I haven't seen that yet.
I mean, because I'm probably like the only, like, you gotta think about it. If a Sony dude that may be too force, they're for Sony a little bit too much. If they ran into that, you think they're gonna show it? Probably not. I don't really care.
Don't say a Sony dude.
I was about to say. So what you're trying to say is they damage controlling Sony on the glitches?
I mean, look.
You call out more Sony.
No, that's not true, because it's something to call out. What am I call? It's something to call out with Xbox. That's how I look at it, because I don't know anything.
Oh no, he was right about the What's it called? Sunset Overdrive. That shit that Grim experienced in Sunset Overdrive, I
Oh
experienced
yeah,
the same shit.
yeah, I did that, but I mean, it's not too many things that I've had bad experiences with on Xbox. The only thing have happened, and this just happens to everybody, is like if I leave a game in standby mode for 2 or 3 days and turn my Xbox back on, it takes maybe 2 minutes before the game moves, or I just have to turn it off and turn it back on. But other than that, I mean, that happens every single time. At that point, that's just how the system operates. But God of War doing what it was doing, that was some other stuff.
Yeah, that was freaky. I played God of War 3 Remastered. I didn't experience that, but that is something I do know of with the game, especially that area. I think that was on the original God of War as well, but I didn't experience that myself. But when I saw the video, I was like, "Oh damn, that is crazy." So you're not gonna be able to move forward with that. You might have to like delete the game and
Yep.
restart it, stuff like that.
I called up Sony. The dude said, "What we're gonna do is you got to get back to that point again. If it happens again, then we'll give you the refund." And I'm just like,
Like,
I
you
mean,
didn't even take your video. Like you didn't even look at it.
oh no, he didn't even ask for none of that. Like, he just was like, if
That's
you run
visual
into
proof,
it,
though. Like you should be able to like.
oh no, it wasn't like he didn't believe me. He believed me, but he just was just like, if it happens again. I mean, honestly, I could just call back and said it happened again. But I'm actually gonna run through it because I want to play the game. It's not like I don't want it. So if it don't happen, then I got
So
my
what
game.
you had to do is
Look at
delete your
videos
save.
like that, you know, because certain companies, because I know when I was dealing with YouTube, it took me a while to get the guys to actually look at the videos I was talking about with the Poppy situation, because like it's not a part of their policies to actually look at the response videos if we're doing anything like that. So like Sony may have that same policy in theirs, where like they don't want to look at the video as a response to see what the problem is.
Nah, but with Sony, if you have an issue, like say a game does crash, it's going to save that clip, and you can set if you want to report it or whatever like that. I don't know if you can.
But I'm just saying,
no,
like he may have not, like as the guy or whatever, or he's just being lazy, may not have wanted to do that, or he may just come out with that little excuse. Well, it's not part of our policy, so I can't do that, sir. Because I've had issues where they've said that to me before.
Yo, Anthony, JD33, what up, man? Thanks for coming through, guys. We just talking, random talk, YouTube talk.
Oh, there's my troll, JD. What's up, Jay?
Grim Logic. You haven't heard that in a long time. Yeah, yo, I really enjoy Grim's channel, yo, honestly, because I feel like with Grim, when he does do his videos, it causes for some reason it causes like controversial conversations, and I'd like to look at the conversation.
Backlash on the whole exclusive shit with the Alienware Alpha.
Yeah, I mean, see, that's the stuff I brought to the community. Not like, oh, give me.
In that Metacritic situation with Zelda and Uncharted.
Like I bring up things that tend to stick for a minute. Like when I brought the Alienware Alpha thing, I was surprised that like almost half a year later or a year later, people were still like, "Yo, Grim, so the Alienware Alpha's a console, huh?" And they're trying to like go at it with me. I'm like, "Yo, what? We done talked about this already." What
that lets people know in this side of the community that you're actually really well known too, because when you have people start quoting shit that you bring up on their own videos, that means they've watched your shit. That they're paying attention to what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's very well known. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bashing. I think I mentioned this already to you as well. Well, I'm just like, yo, I'm still mind-boggling. Like Grim is his videos is known a lot, but people wouldn't subscribe to it. It's like I don't know if people are scared of you or something. I don't know what it is, man. But I think there's like a fear with you, man. Something like that.
I get that.
Afraid.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot. It is a strange thing because like I'll say, yo, I just stop. I pop up at somebody's live stream, like, yo, what's up? And like, oh, Grim's here. And they just get quiet, like.
Like, yo, that dude Grim is here. But yo, Frozen, man, let's get to your channel, brother.
Well, my channel's pretty much dead.
Nah, because I don't like when you say that, man. You know what I mean? That pisses me off, Frozen. And that's your channel.
Man,
How long have you been doing your channel, Frozen?
I don't even know.
Huh?
A minute, but I haven't started gaming, like putting the gaming stuff up until like recently. My channel.
No, but when was the first time you uploaded a video? Is what I'm asking.
Let me look. Uh,
Yo, so let me ask y'all a question, man. How hard would it be for, you, Jay, Crunk, Grim, Frozen, myself? How hard would it be to branch out and get a new audience for YouTube? You know what
It's
I mean?
gonna be
'Cause,
really hard, especially if you keep with the same name, because like you get labeled after a while, and people know you based off your name. Like for me with the Armored shit, because of the 9 months that I did with Poppy, everybody knows me as Armored. Even though I changed my name, a lot of people refer to me as that, and they still know me as being a drama guy. So no matter how much
February
I try to go
2012.
into gaming, it's gonna still have that stigma.
mm,
February 2012. That was like my first video.
All right.
oh, you an OG, Frozen?
No, not really. If you look at my original videos, I was setting up a tripod and recording gameplay with my camera on a
Oh
tripod.
yeah, I've done that.
Yeah,
I've done that.
it looks like he took like breaks in between his shit.
Yeah, I took breaks and then I just did the anime stuff, like anime unboxings, and I was getting views off stuff like that. People were watching my
Oh, dude, I
stuff.
watch a lot of fucking anime channels, so like that right there
Like,
would
but
dominate
I'm
over me.
definitely that's one community I'm staying away from is that anime community because they're crazy in there. I seen a
Anime,
lot of them
anime,
dudes. A lot of them dudes are real
anime,
like crazy in there.
anime
Oh yeah,
is very
especially
sensitive.
if you don't like certain animes or you start like bashing, especially the hentai shit. You start bashing that hentai shit, they'll go off
Yeah,
on you.
you get on their wrong side. If they don't feel right, you end up saying
Yeah,
something
they're
you don't
worse
like.
trolls than gaming trolls.
And the anime community hold grudges, man. I'm not like I watch a lot of anime, but I don't really dive deep into the community. But I've had my share
Don't
in
say you
there.
don't like something or you're gonna get attacked. I'm just telling you
Oh
now.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but you've
Because
been
they hold
active with
grudges in what you
months.
say. They hold grudge. That's one reason why I kind of figure out Zobi's channel. Yeah, through Zaire, but when he I see that he put up like anime stuff, I was like, oh damn, you know what I mean? Other dude that watches anime and that in the community. So when he used to put up his videos with anime stuff and his opinions, and I look at the comment section, I was like, yo, these dudes are sensitive as hell, yo.
Like I could
They
do that. I
Yo,
could go sit up there and read
Frozen, I
chat.
gotta ask though, man, because you've been pretty active actually almost for the last year. Why is your channel not really garnering as like it needs to?
Who me?
Yeah,
I
because
don't
like I was
know.
looking,
I
you're
upload
at
every day. I have a video
11
every
months
day.
ago, and then like you stay consistent
Yeah, every day. I can
almost for the
confidently
Frozen,
say
the
that
last
Frozen,
11 months.
I do a video
Frozen is
every
a
day.
very consistent channel. Very
Yeah, that's what I'm
consistent.
trying to figure out because you hear people always say that uh,
Dang.
doing a video every day gets you followers, but obviously in this case right here, it doesn't get you anything. So like, is that even true that doing a video every day garners you shit?
I don't know, but I'm
I don't
satisfied
think
with 5 views. If 5 people watch my stuff, I'm satisfied. I
I
don't
don't
want to
think
make a big deal.
Frozen I don't think he shares his stuff like
I
that.
don't. I'm not really in that many groups. Like I'm only in like Glitch, and I
Actually,
think
yeah, because I'm looking at his channel on YouTube, buddies. You know what it is? Your tags. Because I'm looking at your tags right now, and your tags don't really have any things. Hold on, let me see if I can screen share this and show you.
from now on, well, I've been doing I copy other people's tags now. That's what I do.
Bro, this
I steal
time
other people's
I ain't even
stuff.
gonna front with y'all, man. This times I put cats in my damn
I'm about to just start
Yeah,
quoting.
I'm gonna screen share and show you this.
What I should do is start quoting PSNA tags, council tags. I'm gonna start putting those in my.
See, you have no green marks on your tags where like none of them are actually really how can I put it? Usually, like the way YouTube Buddies works is they'll put like a check mark next to your name, like if the tag is really popular, and they have a green mark, and it'll tell you how popular that tag is on the YouTube leaderboard, right? Well, I've looked at a few of your videos, and your tags don't show any of them green checks at all for your video. Not only that, but like if you go over here, and this will help your channel out a lot by getting like
Yeah, those
different
are
people.
cool guys that I actually know and stuff. Like I always.
Well,
appreciate
that's what I'm
them.
saying. You have to network a little bit more out on the social media because like no one's really following any of your stuff on the social media, and that's what gets your channel out there. Is like the social media stuff. So like
Yeah, even
you're not
you
getting
may
any
not want to
tweets.
do it, but you need to do it. More people will see your shit.
I mean, your content is great. I'm I don't see a problem with your content. It's just it's not getting out there to the people that it needs to get out there to.
Yeah, I've shared it on in my
I
Facebook.
know Jay
Yeah,
Bar.
and your first
Jay Bar
5
actually
tags are
gives
the
me a good
most important.
platform. Like he lets me on
See,
his podcast. I'm on Dave's cast. I'm on Wolflow's cast. I'm on quite a
see,
few
that's the thing
casts
right
and stuff like
there.
that.
Your first 5 tags are good. I just think it's not that it's not getting shared at all because of the fact that you're not in the social media aspect. So like no one's really paying attention to what you're doing. So your channel is in that sea of YouTube channels that no one's really watching. You know what I'm saying? So I think if you go more with the social media, you'll do better.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
because your
the
first 5 tags are the most important things in your channel on everything.
I copied that now.
Frozen got a good series too with the healthy drinks and stuff like that. His thumbnails is hilarious, bro. I was like, yo, Frozen's crazy.
Now,
But
now
now,
I'm the
yeah, that
first one that actually started that. Now, no one. Now, if someone else starts doing that, I appreciate it if you're doing it. But like, I'm the one that started doing that. Now, I see everybody doing food reviews. People are watching people eat on camera and stuff like. I don't know where that
Well,
all came
Bear was the
from.
first one that I know of on this side of the community that did
I know
food
Levon. He's
reviews.
like reviewing Subway sandwiches and like Burger King meals. I know Wingy. He does some stuff like that, but he has like a channel dedicated to that. And like, I don't see a problem with it. But I'm just like, where did all this start coming from? Like they have Twitch channels where people are just eating. You know what I'm saying?
yo, that's
Oh
crazy.
yeah.
And
Yo,
people
but
watch.
that's crazy. I didn't know that with Twitch. Like Twitch, I don't really go on Twitch like that. I think Twitch is annoying.
Twitch is pretty big though.
It
Yeah,
is,
Twitch
but
is big.
Yeah.
I'm lazy, man.
He only uses Twitch for the Xbox.
If Twitch wasn't as popular as it was, and Microsoft wanted to do what they did this week and bought actual streaming,
Well, they bought Beam. Beam is the most second most popular site.
yeah, they knew
Yeah.
what they were doing when they bought
Yeah,
that.
they know. Okay, so here I'm gonna give you an example.
They got their own shit,
I'm gonna
but
give you an example of what I'm talking about real quick.
I don't know how that's going to pan out for them because everybody's on
Oh, it's
Twitch.
gonna pan out really good for them because Beam. I've been watching Beam and looking at their like page. Since Microsoft bought them out, they've had over 1 million people active, 1 million users already jump over there in the last few days. And if you was hosting the Microsoft page on Beam, when that shit happened, there was over fucking 300,000 people joining up on that channel. People congratulating. Like, it's a good concept because not only that, but it helps Microsoft out with the competitive community because now they have their own streaming services where they can put their competitive gameplay on and everything like that. So like,
Yeah,
if they use the application right, they can promote that shit hella good, and it can get really big fast.
Twitch levels though, because
Yo, that
Well, you got to remember, Beam was the first one, and they have a patent for this to have like the less lag time out of any streaming service in game. I think theirs is 2.3 milliseconds, and Twitch is like 34 milliseconds or something like that. Like they have a patent on that, and they were the actual group to patent the active, uh, what is it called, interactive gaming for Twitch, and then Twitch came along later and grabbed that too off of them. So they've innovated twice on streaming that even Twitch hasn't been able to do yet. So like that whole interactive streaming, I could see Microsoft later on putting that into a lot of their first party IPs and trying to push that.
Yo, that honestly, that's one of the reasons why I love PlayStation. You know what I mean? This is not no fanboy stuff, but
Let's
I
get the
love the
fanboy wars on. I'm ready, son.
no. Because PlayStation, this is something PlayStation had from day one, the interactive streaming. One of my favorite games is Generations, a small game. I probably talk about this a whole bunch of times. It's called Kill All Zombies, and it's a game where it's an interactive game where you stream on Twitch, where they can either help you out or try to bring more zombies towards you. It's
Oh
fun
yeah.
as hell. Like you can pick what type of loadouts or whatever, like what type of next to the perks or guns that the person is going to get while streaming. And
You
it
know
just
where
it brings
that
some
started at,
aspect.
right?
But that Pokemon, it started with
It was
Pokemon.
Pokemon, and then Minecraft started it really big too.
Yeah,
Because
it's
in
fun. I
Minecraft you
know.
can do that.
I know the Tomb Raiders. The Tomb Raider
Yeah,
does
Tomb
it.
Raider had
I
it on
know. I know it.
one,
I
and
know
then
it
it
did
had
it
it on
on.
PC also.
I know it did it on PS4, but I didn't know it did it on Xbox.
Yeah,
found
because
that out actually.
when Tomb Raider first came out, Major Nelson did a live stream where he actually enabled his inactive streaming on there, and he was like having people set up challenges for him on Tomb Raider, gave him
Yeah.
different things, stuff like that. He actually did that before I think it was like 2 days before the game actually came out. He had a stream with that, showing off the interactive features. That's the reason why in my podcast, when we were talking about it, I've noticed a trend with Microsoft, like they will look at certain applications and certain platforms that they're about to buy, and they'll keep at arm's length at it, and they'll hand it out and check the market for it, and then they'll acquire it. That's why I think they're going to acquire Discord in a few. It's because they've been all over Discord over the last 3 weeks.
Don't they got
What's
Skype?
that? That's the new
They
Skype or
have
something?
Skype, but I mean, they could use Discord as a gaming application on their actual Xbox, and it's 10 times better than both PlayStation's Party Chat and Xbox's Party Chat.
I don't know about that.
I know about that. I've been using Discord for like a year now, son.
All right, well, look, we got Discord versus Skype war going on. Look, I mean, I ain't got no problem with Discord, but listen, when I go in there, it's not doing it now no more, which is good. But a lot of times you go in there, they have audio issues. You go in there and people can't hear me.
Bro, I gotta ask you, how many times you been in there? Because I've never had an audio issue. Now I've had idiots on Discord where you go like because the host of the server doesn't lock out where people can drag you on the shit, so they'll drag you to other fucking voice chats because they just want to troll around on the damn thing. But
I'm talking about I get in there and 2 people out of the 4 can hear me, the other 2 can't hear me. Or
I
everybody
think that's
can hear me,
because your drivers aren't set up with your mic, because I've seen that happen too.
Nah, it's my drivers. Nah, it's Discord.
Nah, man, I'm telling you, you got that bad luck. You got that grim luck.
I ain't got that bad. Just recently, Brim was trying to invite me to the Discord, and we'll take like every time he would send me an invite, I wouldn't get it.
Oh yeah, man, I'm telling you though, Grim, you got that grim luck, son.
Nah, that's that Discord jacked up.
No, but can you see my screen real quick?
Yeah.
Hold on. I got to click on your name.
Okay, you see how my thing right here has this little green too? That's because right now my name has been, I guess somewhat trending on Twitter. I mean on YouTube because of the shit that's been going on. So like it puts that at the top of the queue on the search engine because of that. And you see how these other ones don't have that? That's why I'm saying like you have to check your tags. Like this application, YouTube Buddies, is really good because it can help you out with that. Not only that, but you can actually go to other YouTubers. I'll pick a random.
What you said? What's the application?
I got
I
something
know
that's
YouTube
similar
Buddies.
to that. It's called like VidQ or something like that.
Yeah, hold on. Okay, we'll use one of yours just as a reference. So I can go to your channel and I can actually like look at your tags and I can see what you're tagging. So like I can get an idea of what I should be tagging in my videos if I'm doing kind of the same similar shit, and then I can actually see who's following and who's tweeting your stuff out on all the social media sites.
That's
so it actually gives me a statement of like right here how much you've earned off this video, and it tells me how many shares you've had, how many likes, how many comments, everything.
What's the name of that?
YouTube Buddies.
YouTube.
Go on Google Store and just type in YouTube Buddies. It should be one of the first ones on there.
Yeah, delete the other one I have. I have some other one. It's not that good.
Damn, I didn't.
But it pulls your analytics. Like, there's another part of the page. Like, I can go and I can compare on YouTube your analytics next to mine, like your overall last 30 days. If I wanted.
Man, look, the best thing I tell you when it comes to YouTube thing, if you come on here to just say your piece. Don't just do it. Keep it moving, man. The views, all that stuff. I don't even care about that crap. Now, a lot of people say, I'm not saying I don't want nobody to watch my video at all, but like Frozen said, if I had 5 people watching, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because I mean, anybody, I don't know anybody that's gonna sit here and say they don't get happy when a lot of people watch them. Of course you do, but it's not. That was never the goal. Like honestly, I saw YouTube. J Bar, you may not like this, but I was so used to the Xbox 360 beating gamers. I got on the PS3, nobody was talking. So I was like, man, I'm gonna get on YouTube and I'm gonna say something. Somebody gonna play this game with me on this PlayStation 3. And that ain't even happen like that. I just ended up starting doing videos, and then
It just been going on ever since then. But the reason you don't see me just constantly making content is because I mean I treat YouTube like a video game. If I don't feel like playing YouTube right now, it's gonna
I
be
mean, that's kind of how you have to treat it.
yeah. It's just like it's a game. I mean I don't play with people on here, but you know what I'm saying. It's a game. Like I'm not gonna just make a video. Like if someone came and said, "Yo, Graham, man, you've been going for a long time, make a video," I'd be like, "Man, I'm sorry, but I just don't feel like it." You know.
You're not heavily invested like others.
Yeah, and I know you don't want me to make no video when I don't feel like doing it. You know,
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah, you'll be dry as a motherfucker.
people already say I sound dry now, so I don't know what I'm gonna sound like. You know, when I
Yeah,
really
you
don't
took
want
the
to do.
words out of my mouth before I even said anything.
No, there's times where I've done videos where I didn't even feel like doing a video, but I just felt like, all right, there's people that subscribe to me. Let me just go out my way and do a video for that. But even when I do that, sometimes I ain't even get no views. I'm like, man, forget that.
Jay, man, if you can't join the hangout, you may want to come on a different account because someone may have you blocked and doesn't realize it.
Who?
I don't have anyone blocked.
JDD3.
I
I
don't
don't
have
know.
nobody blocked.
He says he can't join the hangouts. The only reason that would happen is if someone has him blocked or he's got the link incorrect when he's clicking on it.
Did you block him?
Who is that?
I don't fucking block. Dude, that's
Nah,
my
I don't
uncle,
block.
bro. I like that dude.
I don't block people either, but who? JD.
Who is that?
Oh, JD. Nah, JD cool. He watch a lot of people.
Yeah, he watches a lot of people. Like, I met him through Resurrection when I was on Resurrection shit. He was trolling me, and I love my trolls, bro. They are the most entertaining people.
Trolls don't stay around me very often.
I enjoy them, man. They're entertaining.
I mean, if,
Yeah,
if you don't react to them, they leave you alone. I mean, it's nothing to react to. Cause 9 times out of 10 they just come in your comment section and just say some shit like, "Oh, hope you die." Like, me too, bro.
Yeah, I don't get too many trolls on YouTube. I get more trolls like on Facebook. So Facebook, I go hard in the paint. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah,
I
people
can
just
piss
don't
a lot of
like you on Facebook.
Oh yeah, people will
I
go
hear
in on you on Facebook, son.
Yeah, I piss people off. Piss people off. 'Cause a lot of people on Facebook, they'll be upset with me. They'll come on my YouTube channel like, "Yo, you don't act like nothing you act on Facebook." I'm like,
Man,
"Yeah, that's a
Man, people love me on
games."
Facebook, especially in the PlayStation Nation.
They want you to be a savage.
Yeah.
People love me on Facebook.
That's a plug right there. PlayStation Nation All Stars. Make sure you join. Nah, that's one reason why I say what I said, because it's times where you put stuff in there, I feel like people was just like they're scared to comment because I don't know if they want to go back and forth with you or you know what I mean. But I feel like you bring up good discussion.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, Jay. I was just like, man, they still talking about this bars. Like, it's over. Like, I mean, they ain't talking about it no more, but I'm talking about during the
Blue
situation.
bars.
Oh, I'm talking about the damn God of War thing. During the
Oh,
time
God
it
of
was
War
happening.
bars.
Yeah, during the time it was happening, I'm just like, yo, it's like I done already showed that the bars are there. I don't know what else.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
told you,
that's
bro.
not
You
about the
fuck with
video.
people. You mind fuck people's head, bro.
I don't know how mine
Nah,
for people
it's a weird thing because like I said, like on the TV, like you would never see that. You never see the bars. You never see. I don't know if it's upscaling. I doubt it's upscaling because the game is giving off a 1080p image. But when you do share like a screen cap or something like that, it's gonna show like a bar.
that's why I actually made a retraction video because my boy told me that certain TVs will automatically fix that. He said what's going on is the PS4 by default, the dimensions that it displays in is in like in this little box, right? And you have to, and certain games will just display in that little box, and you have to stretch it out. That's why when I was playing Drive Club, when you race, it fits my screen, but the menus were in a box, and I didn't know why I was doing that either, and it was because of the same situation. And the PS2 games were the same way. That the PS2 games were in a box, but I just thought because they were old, that's why they were doing that. But no, it's because the PS4 by default does not fit your screen. You got to go in there and set it to do that.
Oh damn.
You did that to the San Andreas, right, to fix the bars.
Yeah, and it works for the Warriors as well. Those only PS2 games I got on there now, but I mean every game that had an issue with the bars, it's fixed now.
Yeah, it's definitely weird because people like saying that you're saying that these bars are in there, they're not seeing it. They're like, no, there's no bars. There's no bars. Yeah. So it was definitely weird. I definitely see the comments. I was like, yo, you guys are going ham right now on this video, yo. Well, not. I don't think it was on the video, but in the comment section of the YouTube. I mean, the Facebook page.
I mean, but all that is it just energy. I mean, a lot of it. I mean, I'm pretty sure most people will use a negative energy to feed off that. But I mean, certain people like they felt the need to show me that they didn't have the bars. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, yo, I'm not that special. You shouldn't have to get up and turn on a camera to prove anything to me. I mean, honestly, I don't care. I know what I saw. You ain't gotta believe shit I said.
Like I said, you trigger these motherfuckers. That's what you do. You trigger them so they have to make a response.
If I sat here on the mic and said Obama's in my driveway doing the moonwalk and you don't believe me, oh well, I know what I see. This motherfucker's doing the moonwalk right now.
Yeah, but that's what I'm getting at, Grim. You trigger these guys, and when you trigger them, they have to make a response because they feel like they're obligated to do that.
Well, I'm not doing it intentionally, so I don't know how to stop that. You know, so it just.
I would have made a response video showing it, but I was like, I'm not downloading the game again and all that stuff. But I think somebody did do it. Showed you the video on their experience or whatever. But
so let me ask you a question, PlayStation Nation. What do you think about these two rumors? Well, one, I gotta read the article that No Man's Sky is going to Xbox, and then the other one is that PlayStation Now is going over to PC, supposedly, as a rumor.
No, that is
a good thing.
That is going. That's
Our PS Now is going.
Well, I put a link for the PS Now. I'm actually looking for the link for that I had earlier for No Man's Sky because I was gonna do a video on that.
This is what I gotta say with both of those. No Man's Sky going to Xbox. That's not gonna happen.
Not according to the actual developer, because the developer came out and stated in an article. I'm gonna find it. He said that he was not ruling out taking it over to the Xbox.
You got to look at when that was said, because
it was said August 12th, 2016.
What are the sales? The sales are probably weak, so they brought them over to the Xbox.
Yeah, I'm looking for that link right now because I have it in the thing.
I mean,
and that was said August 12th. That was said before No Man's Sky.
Are you an Xbox fan? Would you say that?
Oh, am I an Xbox fan? Yes, I'm an Xbox fan.
All right, now the game is fundamentally broken on both platforms. Do you really want that on your platform of choice?
Well, no, I played, and I've only played, I want to say a couple of hours of it because my girl has a PlayStation 4 and she is a PlayStation fan. And I played a little bit of it. It's not my type of game. It's kind of like Minecraft, in my opinion. And I play Minecraft far and in between. You know what I mean? So, like, it's not my cup of tea. Now, if people try to compare it to Ark, I love Ark. I think Ark is fun as fuck.
The way you say it, it's like it's a bad thing. I mean,
oh, no, I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I think it's a good thing. But you have guys on YouTube that are fans of PlayStation, which I have no problem if you're a fan of PlayStation. I'm cool with Jay Barry on that aspect.
I mean,
but you got people that use this as ammunition, and then, like, they don't understand that this is a business. These companies will, as soon as these companies aren't selling well, same thing with Quantum Break, they're going to want to take it over to other platforms. I guarantee if Remedy had a choice, they would put fucking Quantum Break on PlayStation 4.
I'm just going to Steam.
I think No Man's Sky is going to sell great. I just don't think that it's a big deal. For one, it's not even a first-party title.
Well, no, it's not. It's a second-party title.
I really don't think it's going to do too hot.
It'll be different. This is first part.
Before the game came out on Amazon, it was like number 12.
Yeah, this is. I put the link in the chat.
No, I'm saying
No Man's Sky maybe releasing over to the Xbox. It's not ruled out. And this is actually from the head developer. This was done. This article was posted August 12th, 2016.
I'm saying as of now, with the reviews and so many people talking about it, I don't think that game's. I mean, I don't think it's going to sell that great.
Do you think it's really going to hold up against all these games in the holiday?
I mean,
what are you going to be playing? They're going to be playing Call of Duty. They're not going to be playing this.
But the thing is No Man's. I'm about to say No Man's trash. I mean, No Man's Sky is why like the thing I don't get is it's got so many people dancing, right? You got people sitting here saying, okay, the developers lie. Who cares? Wait a minute. But when the developers lie about other games, or other developers lie on their games, that's a problem. When this game, when they lie, or quote unquote lie, or they drop a broken product, is justifiable, or it's like
or they whatever. Get passed because they're indie dev.
Man,
well, technically, you can call them an indie dev to a point, but when you have a publisher like Sony behind you,
it's not an indie game.
It's not an indie game anymore.
They're an indie developer, sure. That's not an indie game.
Yeah, because you have a publisher that is product in your game as a AAA experience.
That's what
I
I
mean,
was
that's what
saying
they're
as well.
telling you.
That's what I was saying as well. Sony published that game. They're marketing the game. It's not an indie game, regardless of who's making the game or what. Because if you want to look at that, then Witcher 3 is an indie game. Sunset Overdrive is an indie game. There's many indie games. There's many indie developers that's being published by these large companies like Sony or whatever like that. To consider to be a real indie, you gotta distribute, publish your own game. Well, not really distribution,
I
but
mean,
just
I
publish your
don't
own game.
think it's a real indie. Because in my opinion, Witcher 3 is an indie title. Because who developed it? An indie developer.
Well, it was an indie developer, but who was the publisher? The publisher is what really matters when it comes
Well,
to
time out. Well, this is the thing though. When it comes to what they classify indie, right?
People
Now,
think because 8-bit is that's how to be indie.
well, no. It's not that, because if you look at The Witcher 3, that is indie. But
Yes.
at the same time, they don't get the merit of an indie studio because they ain't struggling for cash. And they did get WB to publish, but only to put it out physically on the console. WB Games honestly did not put any money into that game. They just paid to make the disc and print them out and ship them out.
They didn't market it or anything.
Yeah,
They distributed the game.
it's no different than if you follow music. If you know the history of No Limit Records, they did the work, but they used to get like big companies to distribute their albums. They didn't do
Yeah.
anything for them. They just forked over the money so they'll put them out for them. But that's the same thing with Witcher 3. Now, when you got No Man's Sky, on the other hand, I don't know who flipped the bill for that, but I'm pretty sure.
according to this, it was Sony published and marketed No Man's Sky.
Well, then more than likely, Sony put some money into that. And
Yeah.
will it go to
Street Fighter.
Xbox? Will it go to Xbox? I mean, it still could.
Well, that's the thing. This guy, he did a one-on-one talk with him because I put the thing in there, and he's talking to the same guy that's been in all IGN's videos, the head developer, and the head developer says they are not ruling it out going to the Xbox. And like I said,
You gotta realize who owns it. If Sony don't own it,
this August 12th, 2016.
if Sony don't own it, then
Yeah, they technically don't own the IP at all.
Hello
No.
Games. People have to realize that Hello Games was making this game and whatnot, and then now when their whole development thing with them, that it was like a storm that took out everything, and they had to like literally start out with assets over again and all that shit.
Well, if I'm
Like,
not mistaken, originally No Man's Sky was a Kickstarter when it first started.
yeah, like Sony had nothing to do with it, but
I personally, I don't know if it's gonna. Yeah, I'm reading this article. Yeah, a lot of developers say certain things are not ruled out, but when it comes to how
But he
this game
still
is
has
being
it on the
put out,
table, so it's a 50-50 chance. Now, if he does it, that's fine. If
it's
he doesn't, he
possible.
does it. But like these
It's
guys,
possible.
and I'm always gonna bring this up because you have these blind fanboys that don't listen to what some of these developers actually state. And
Yeah.
he is looking at this as like, oh, you know what? It's an opportunity. I could put it over there and I can make some more money. Because why would you
Like,
subjugate what is it, 30 million supposedly on the Xbox right now? Subjugate
Yeah.
30 million. That's profit. That's money
Like
that
me-
you can
me-
recuperate.
me personally, I'm a fanboy. I'm a Sony fanboy, PlayStation fanboy, not like Sony fanboy, PlayStation fanboy. Normally, like any like an Uncharted game would go to PC or something, losing that exclusive, I'll get mad over that. But with
Well,
No
see,
Man's
that's
Sky,
the difference between you and people like JTech and them other guys that are so rabid that they don't understand, like, this is forefront a business before it's an actual gaming anything.
yeah, because No Man's Sky, personally, I wouldn't get mad if this game goes to Xbox because a lot of people is bashing this game without even playing it. That's my issue when it comes to YouTube. A lot of people just bash things without playing it, and I do feel like if this game was on Xbox, that would limit the bashing because they can easily experience or they can easily buy
Well,
it.
and that's what I'm getting at. I think, every second party or first party developer, they are thriving at the chance to have their shit multi-plat. That's the reason why, one of the reasons why Bungie left Microsoft is because they wanted to go multi-plat. Because they know there's a market and there's a business there. Multi-plats make more money than most exclusives. It's a known fact because they're able to sell it at a bigger audience than what an exclusive is able to sell.
Jay Barry. Now, I got two things for you, right? One, the No Man's Sky thing, right? I haven't played No Man's Sky, but I look at it like this: if people on PlayStation that's been hyping this game up, and I'm seeing people that I watch from time to time, they're defending the game, they're going for bat for, and they're like, yeah, man, my game crashed 6 times, but who gives a fuck? When I hear stuff like that, right? First of all, I don't think I should have to play the game if people telling me on the console, on PC is worse. The game is crashing.
Oh yeah, it's got
The
a like a 2.7 right now in reviews on PC.
The game is not working a lot of the time, right? At that point, I don't feel most people have to play the game, because at this point, if the game not even working, what can you play in to begin with? You know what I'm saying? So
you, the shit you ain't played, I don't care what you reviews or what you say. I gotta play it to have an opinion on it. In my opinion,
no, it's not. It's not about reviewing it or not. If I told you, yo, Crunk Girl, the McDonald's up the street, everybody got food poisoning, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna say, I haven't ate there yet, I gotta go see if I get food poisoning. You're probably gonna be like, I don't think I'm going to this McDonald's. So no. What I'm saying is that if you at the game store, if you at the GameStop or whatever, right, and you pick up a game, and the guy at GameStop's like, now you know this game is known to crash a lot. Now you can take the chance if you want to, but I'm pretty sure that if that heads up is going to make you think about something. It's not, you're not just gonna be like fuck it. You're gonna probably be like, oh, it crashes. You know, you like, let me think it
I've
over.
had that issue at GameStop actually, where a couple of people have told me in GameStop that the game was bad or it's had bugs or this or that, and I've actually listened to them and avoided that purchase. So I get what he's trying to say on that.
Yeah, I definitely get what he's trying to say.
Yeah, I have no opinion on the game itself, as in like what you do. Is it fun? I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about it working. Especially
because you don't want to buy a game that's like, when you play it, you have to worry about going through an issue.
Well, I waited on buying for Assassin's Creed Unity. I didn't buy it at first. That didn't mean that I wasn't gonna buy it at all. I waited.
Oh yeah, I'll wait for No Man's Sky's issues
to get its stabilization and everything.
Yeah, but as of now, because I could have bought it today, I wasn't going to do it.
I mean, because it's dropping. I'm looking at these things right now. People are reporting that it's dropping somewhere in the fucking teens in frame rates when you're doing your boost and stuff. Like,
yeah,
I've seen where it drops frames. It's like when I think it was like when you're leaving a planet or something like that.
Well, this guy right here on Tech Center is saying the reason it's doing that is because it's bottleneck based off the CPU. The CPU isn't able to handle all the rendering that it has to do in the time that it needs to handle it.
Honestly, the only issues I have with No Man's Sky, and it's nothing really crazy, but it can hinder the experience a little bit, is the pop-ins. Like on the PS4, you're going to see a lot of pop-ins at the time because it gotta load in that stuff, and there's no.
But do you feel like they should have? Because this is my opinion. I felt like they should have pushed this back until maybe February or whatever, so they could get like maybe a better market and have more time to work on it. Because it does. I don't think they do that. They needed to work on some of these stabilization issues.
I don't think they could have pushed it back because there's certain like time zones, deadlines, and stuff like that you gotta hit with certain games. Like,
yeah, but I mean, you have games. I'm gonna have to put this under the bus just to squash that little thing. You got games like Last Guardian that took 8 years to come out.
Yeah, you know? That's true.
And you do have other games like Quantum Break that they pushed it back 4 times. It took 5 years to come out with that game.
Sony wasn't pushing Last Guardian like they was No Man's Sky either. One time we didn't.
Yeah, but I gave you another example. Microsoft was pushing the hell out of fucking Quantum Break. It took them, and that was 4 delays on that, and it was a 5-year process before they even brought that game out. So I mean,
people gotta realize
No Man's Sky coming out in February is dead on arrival. You know,
it's dead on arrival.
It's gonna be dead in that one.
Why would it be dead on arrival? Because let's say February, March.
What's coming out in February?
Yeah, what's coming out in February?
Persona 5, greatest game ever.
Persona 5, Horizon.
Now we may like Persona 5, and we may like Persona 5. Let's be real. Persona 5, you're not gonna hear from me or Frozen. All right, but the point is that
I'm gonna be live streaming. You're gonna see me playing it.
A lot of people probably don't
already playing games in February. You want to give a game like No Man's Sky time to breathe.
But putting it out in August, I mean, when it came out, you didn't really, like, you gave it, some time to breathe, but When it hits that holiday season, ain't nobody gonna be thinking of that game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. No one's gonna be
When it
playing.
came out, I was
What's coming out next month? We got like Call of Duty, Gears, Titanfall, Battlefield. Everyone's buying playing those
You
games.
know
It's
what
the
game?
same
You know
reason.
what game I think
You
is
know,
gonna outdo
I'm glad. I'm glad Last Guardian is coming out in October, but where Last Guardian is in a placeholder right now, I mean it's competing against fucking Skyrim, Gears,
Same thing with
and
the Tomb
two other
Raider for
games.
PS4. Tomb Raider's coming
Last
out.
Guardian is dead on arrival too because
Yeah, because I
it's
mean
coming
it
out in
is.
October. It's coming out in October, right?
It's
Yep.
coming out
Is it
October. I want to
is
say it's October 18th or October
is it
20th. It's
is
coming on the same day that Gears of War is coming out,
is
along with
it
Skyrim.
isn't Xenoverse 2 coming out in October?
Yeah, Xenoverse 2, Dragon Quest. There's like
Xenoverse
5, 6
2.
games coming out one day. Like,
It's
Yeah,
over.
that 25th day. But the thing is, Last Guardian, it's not going to sell as well when it's that week.
Yeah,
But I
but you
think
would
people
like.
is going to buy that game because
I
a
get
lot
that
of
the
people
game has
just
been delayed 8
anticipating
years,
what
but you
it
would
is.
think Sony would probably push that one back till
I
next
think the
year.
Last Guardian, honestly,
they
is
should.
gonna be. Yeah, I think they might sell that for $20 or $40. If not, it's gonna feel
nah,
like a
people
20 to 40.
Nah,
nah, it ain't.
it's 60. It's 60.
It's
But the
six, yeah,
thing
it's
the thing is
$60
the
on
thing is that's
Amazon
what I'm
right
saying. I think the Last Guardian
now.
initially it won't sell like gangbusters, but
When
down the
it
line
hit $20, it's gonna be
it's gonna
fired up. Sure.
sell because people, regardless of what it is, like if you're in the gaming community, you're looking at Last Guardian like, yo, what the hell is this game? I want to know what it is. You're gonna have some type of interest
I'm
But
within the
don't you
game.
feel that they should have pushed that game back to later on, sometime next year, where it had like a chance to really breathe? Because you're putting it in a market where like it's going to be let to die, kind of like how last year, Microsoft did with
let's be
Tomb Raider.
real. What the biggest game probably coming out this year, and this isn't just for RPG fans. It's also for people that just like graphics. It's going to be that Final Fantasy 15.
And I heard
Actually,
that's
I
getting
just
delayed.
noticed
I
in
honestly,
that
I heard that's
same
gonna get
week
delayed
you
too.
had Battlefield 4 and Titanfall coming out in that same week.
That's my most anticipated game. Is that
I
Final
honestly
Fantasy.
feel Final Fantasy 15 is going to come out and it's not going to work.
I heard that got
just don't
delayed
want-
for the Neo. I heard there's rumors going around it got delayed till November for the Neo.
I got a feeling it's going to come out and it's going to not work. But we'll see when it comes out.
Not going to pull 10 million. That's
What
what the
about
guy
the
wants.
PlayStation Now thing? Do you think like that because you have
No,
like, a lot of
that's
people with exclusives?
they've been said that. They've been said PS Now was coming to PC a long time ago.
Yeah, they said it's coming.
So
to
that whole
theaters and it's
argument with
coming
the
to
exclusive
television.
thing is about to go out in the water too, right?
No, but you're still playing it like on the. You're emulating a PS3. You're not. You can't do anything
No,
else.
that's not the same. That's
No, that's not the same thing because it actually says that there will be some PlayStation 4 games going to PlayStation Now if when this carries over.
no.
Oh,
What
no.
we're trying to explain to you
PlayStation
is
Now.
that it's they're streaming a PS3 or PS4 games are going on there and it works like the PS3 games. They're going to be streaming a PS4 to your monitor. That's it. It's not on the PC. It's just streamed to you.
It's not running on the PC locally. It's
Yeah.
It's going to be on smart
But I mean,
TVs.
that's still a form of
You
streaming.
just can't go on the PC and buy
on
it.
a different platform, correct?
What'd you say?
It's a streaming service, but you're still playing it on a different platform.
But
You're
that's not how that works.
on, PlayStation's
That's not how
platform.
it works. Because if that's the case, then everything you can emulate is not exclusive because it's on the PC. That's
Well,
not.
I agree with you on that. I think everything that you do emulate isn't exclusive. I completely agree with you.
Nah, I'm not saying that at all. That because if you understand how emulation works, when you emulate a PS2 game, your computer is a PS2 and it running that program. It's not like it's available for the PC or the computer.
Alright.
You're literally emulating a PlayStation 2. So it's not.
Check
It don't
this out.
have a thing.
Check this out. PlayStation, they just added the whole remote play can be done on like PC or Mac, right? So
Mhm.
your PS4 game can be streamed to this PC or Mac. Does that mean that the PS4 game is no longer exclusive to PlayStation 4?
I mean,
No.
in a sense, yes, it could be. Like, if you want to look at it at a certain aspect, you could say that it's not exclusive. But if you're looking at it like the way you are, I mean, this is going to be based off of like what the person's opinion is, because
Well,
this
it's
is
not-
really
it's
going to
not-
become an opinion argument.
Well, no, that's not even really an opinion. That's just silly talk. Because
So
I
what
mean,
But see, that's the thing. That's the YouTube that we live in right now.
well, I mean, it
You
doesn't
get what
matter.
I'm saying?
It doesn't matter if I mean the YouTube. I don't even know what that really means. If someone gives
What it
you,
means is that in the fanboy wars, they are going to use this regardless of
Well, all right.
if it's factual or not.
no,
They're
no,
going
no,
to use this
no,
as
no,
ammunition.
all right, so-
I agree.
so
I agree with Jay
so-
on that one.
so-
The console war.
So what
Yeah.
you're saying essentially is
Be prepared. What I'm saying is be
you're
prepared
trying.
because the Xbox fans are going to have this form of ammunition and they're going to use it to every advantage that they have.
Well,
Okay, they already.
I don't do the console war, so that it doesn't really apply to me. But at the same time, it's like, well, recently I was on what's the guy's name? Somatic's video, right? And he said that Windows 10 is a service, not a operating system, some shit like that. And I'm like, it is an operating system. What are you talking about?
Well, no,
So
he's right to an extent because the head CEO of Microsoft said this himself, Satya Nadella, when he first came into office. Everything that Microsoft is doing now, they are focusing on service-based platform. They are not focusing on anything else but that. That's the
Yeah,
reason why,
but
like,
still,
But
all the
still,
things they're doing, they're trying to do service-based. That's not correct.
that's still not correct what you're saying because to say that Windows 10 is not an operating system,
No, no, it is an operating system.
but that's
Hold
what I'm
on,
trying to say.
you're
So,
correct. It's an operating system, but the way that the head CEO of Microsoft, the new CEO, is looking at all his assets is he is looking at how he can convert them into service-based systems.
nah, you not understand what I'm saying. Like, it's an operating system. Now, whether you want to classify it as a service, because at the end of the day, anybody that's a business could be offering you a service. You get
Yeah.
what I'm trying to say?
yeah.
That's just PR speak.
Well, yeah, you're correct. That is
But
PR speak, but that's
there's
what
a
people are going
difference.
to look at.
No. But there's a difference between someone saying that it's not an operating system, it's a service. It
Yeah,
is an
that's
operating system.
wrong.
That's the problem. It's not, if you
That's
want to
just
call it a service, you can do that all day long. I don't really
But
care.
see, here's the thing: the difference between you and me is we understand this and we know this. But you have other guys that are out there
But that's what
that
I was getting. That's
listen
what I
to
was
what
getting to.
will listen to what these CEOs say, and they believe what they say.
But
So
that's
they're
what I
going to
was
come
getting
to you
to.
and they're going to be like, "Well, what this guy's telling me is what he's
nah.
going to do."
No, but that's what I was getting to. When I was talking to him about it, I can clearly tell by the conversation we were having, he had no idea what he was talking about because he said, well, in his video, he said it wasn't at all an operating system. Then he dove back and said, well, it is an operating system, but it's
Yeah,
more of
because
a
he probably
service.
listened to the
No,
same
it's
thing
no,
that most people
no.
listen when the guy did his interview and he said that
It's not,
everything
no, no,
Microsoft
no,
does is a service
no,
now.
it's not about him listening to an interview or not. He doesn't know. And when you're talking to someone that doesn't know, you could choose to either do the silly thing, which is keep going at it with them, or just realize I'm talking to someone that's misinformed. I'm gonna give them the information if you so choose to. Now, if they
And
choose
if they
to,
choose to take it, they take it.
okay, yeah, and if they choose to keep arguing with me, I'm just going. I don't even have time to do all that. I'm
Well,
saying.
most likely a misinformed person wants to stay misinformed. They're not going to take
Well,
it.
yeah, that's what I'm getting at. But you have people on like, and I'm gonna keep using the YouTube community because this is the where you mostly see it. That read what these developers or read what these CEOs or anything say, and they take it with every like it's like the Holy Bible, right? So no matter what you state, they're gonna believe them guys because they work for that company or whatever. You know, it's the same thing with what's going on with the No Man's Sky. Yeah, he said that it was gonna be a multiplayer-based game. Has it happened? From what I've heard, no. Does that mean that there won't be a patch later on where you'll be able to team up with your team? Maybe the patch hasn't came out yet. We don't know. But see, that's where like people don't understand. Like, regardless of what these guys say, you have to take everything that they say with some form of grain of salt.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Cause wasn't it Aaron Greenberg the one that said that game wasn't gonna never come to Steam? It came to Steam.
Yeah, he was. And when I've heard that Quantum Break was going to Steam, I was a little pissed. But then at the same time, I was looking like, well, the game didn't sell well on Xbox because people didn't support it. It didn't sell well on Windows Store because Windows Store is crap. So I can see fucking Remedy going to Microsoft and be like, look, man, we've had good relationships, yada, yada, yada. We need to recoup our losses. Can we put this on Steam? Microsoft, probably as who they are, was like, you know what? We need to recoup our losses too because they put $80 million into that game. You think they want an $80 million game not to succeed? They're going to want to put it wherever they can. You know, it's the same thing when people were bitching about Microsoft buying Minecraft. Everybody thought that it was only going to be on the Xbox. What did Microsoft do? They're like, look, we'll throw this shit every fucking where.
It's
Take it.
already everywhere.
Well, no, but see, Microsoft could have been a dick when they acquired Minecraft and could have restricted it where it was only on their platform. But they seen that it was a great business and is making them gangbusters by leaving it as a multi-plat platform. You know, when it first came out that Microsoft bought Minecraft, you go back and look at some of the original videos, a lot of people were complaining and saying that, oh, it's going to stay on the Xbox, yada, 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 they're going to ruin Minecraft. And what did they do? They kept it multi-plat. So, I mean, they needed to recoup their losses with Quantum Break. So I'm fine with it going to Steam if they need to make their money back.
I think
But my
Capcom
thing
is going
is,
to do that.
it's counterproductive though, because you're trying to build upon your Windows 10 store, which a lot of
Oh
PC
no,
gamers
I totally agree
like.
with you on that part. What they did, they
It's
screwed.
critical as shit.
I've said this in my last
Oh,
podcast.
what we
They
talking about?
screwed the Windows 10 store out.
Talking about how the quantum breaking Steam situation about Aaron Greenberg saying it was never going anywhere anyway.
Well, yeah, you are correct because they screwed the whole Windows Store out, and I've said this before. It feels like a repeat of Windows Live. You know, Windows Live was doing trash, and so they gave up on Windows Live and they just moved it to everything else. And I feel
Yo,
like that's what Microsoft is doing now.
honestly, with Quantum Break, they've been lying about that game the whole year.
Yeah,
At first, it was an
when they first
Xbox.
unleashed it, they had. I seen your video and you had the recording of what they said.
Yeah, it was an Xbox One exclusive, and then they put out that letter saying, "Oh, hey, no matter of fact, before the game came out, like a couple of weeks, they said it's coming to Windows 10
But
and Xbox."
I think that's mainly, and I really don't like to agree with this guy, but what he says makes a good point. Phil is the head of Microsoft, right? But he still has to report to Satya Del Iago. Satya Del Iago is not a gamer. He is not. He's a businessman. He wants to, like, if you go look at his profile, he's all about making shit service. He wants to do kind of like how Apple's doing their shit, right?
You mean Nadella?
Yeah, Satya Del. He wants to do like Apple basically. He wants to make everything service based. So he went over probably there and was like, look, if a game's not selling well, we're moving it multi-plat. I don't care what y'all are trying to do over here. The game, I need to recoup my losses. And I feel like that's what he did.
No,
He
I'm
seen
not
that the
saying
game
that
wasn't doing well. He was like, we need to move this over here.
I forgot to mention this. Now, my second question was, like, you made a video, Jay. I was gonna make a response to it, but once again, I just didn't feel like doing anything on it.
Make my response, son. I want to see this.
No, not I'm talking about Jay Barry. It was a video about I think you were saying what was it about exclusives or something. You did it recently. You were playing that Sonic game or something.
Oh, exclusives don't matter.
I said exclusives matter.
Too.
Exclusives matter.
Yeah, in that video. Now maybe I took it wrong, but it just seemed like the reason you like the exclusives is for the fanboy stuff.
No. I'm saying the gist of the video was exclusives matter because without those exclusive games that's being on the platform, it didn't build a brand for you to like. You know what I mean? Like a lot of Nintendo guys, the reason why you like Nintendo is back from the heritage of the the NES.
Let's see. I think that's
looking at gaming in the old. Hold on, wait. Let me finish what you're saying. What you're saying?
That it built. You built a lot of favoritism for that brand because of those exclusive experiences that you wasn't experiencing on like a Sega. You wasn't experiencing on 3DO or whatever those consoles. Same thing with PlayStation. Yeah, I'm not just talking about even matter of fact, yeah, even with PlayStation, you had a lot of exclusive games that made people. When people say I'm a PlayStation gamer, why are they saying they're a PlayStation gamer? Is it because they can put a CD in a game? Is it because of DualShock? Most likely it's because of the games that's there. So that's why I'm saying that when I hear people saying exclusives don't matter and it should be just about the games, like I get that. But at the end of the day,
I'll go ahead.
I was gonna say, Jay Barry, to an extent, you're right, but that's how us older gamers are looking at shit. A lot of these newer gamers are just gonna play wherever they fit in. I mean, yeah, exclusives to me, and this is just my opinion. To me, an exclusive is an appetizer. Where my community and where my guys are at that I hang out with on Xbox Live or PlayStation or whatever, I'm gonna go more towards where they're at because them are the people that I want to play with.
Let me ask you a personal question. Halo. If Halo wasn't just tied to Xbox.
If Halo was over on PlayStation, I've said this on Poppy's channel several times, I would be over on fucking PlayStation.
But I'm saying not just saying that it's on PlayStation, but it was on both consoles.
But it's been on PC for years. There's actually two Halo games that no one even talks about that's on PC right now.
This is what I wanted to say though. Now you mentioned Nintendo, right, Jay Barry? Now you could have been a fan of Nintendo before they even dropped their first console. See, the console and the exclusives have it's just like you played the PS1, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
And you probably like Final Fantasy 7, right?
Oh yeah, I love Final Fantasy 7.
Now the same person that played Final Fantasy 7 on PC could love it just as much as you, and they only had to wait 1 year after the PS1 release. It wasn't even a full year; it was like some months. So
it's the same thing with Tomb Raider.
Well, It was a lot of games like that. It was a lot of games like the majority of the games that most Sony fans that I hear name off that they really like are normally games that were available somewhere else. You know,
No,
and I'm
but
not talking about years later. I'm talking about maybe a year later at the most. They want something like I was a big Tony Hawk fan. I played the majority, if not all, on PlayStation. I could have easily played them on N64, Dreamcast. Those games were on everything. But I like those games on PlayStation because it just so happens to be that's just why I played it first, and I just got used to playing it with that controller. But what I'm just trying to say is that the exclusives to me, they don't matter because at the end of the day, I just don't care. And
Well,
I never really got why anybody really cares if
I'll
a
get
game is
back
only on
in.
one platform or not.
I want to get back into the Halo thing. Halo, there's two fan base games on PC. There's Halo Online, which is actually runs beautifully and plays really well. I've been playing that, and then there's Halo Fan Service, which they've actually somehow was able to make the Halo 3 engine mirror and look as good as Halo 5. And they're on PC. My 343 is helped them guys out. They've actually the Halo Online 343 is gave them permission to use assets, everything. I go play them. That doesn't mean that that I don't have love for Xbox. It just means that I'm gonna go play them over there. You know. And there's a lot of old Xbox games that used to start out both on Xbox and PC.
It's just
So,
like me.
so like,
I'm a big supporter of Dead Rising, but I like Dead Rising. It's not because it was on Xbox first and then it went to the Wii and then it went to PlayStation. I don't care where it goes. Like Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid. I played that on PlayStation. Then I played it on the GameCube. Then I played it on the
But
Xbox.
this is one thing. This is one thing you got to understand with me when I make videos. I don't think about PC because I don't talk about stuff I don't game on. My area of concern is consoles. Well, when I made that video, I'm
well,
talking
then
about
let's use Tomb Raider for an example.
Well,
Do you buy
because
Tomb
like
Raider
I
on Xbox?
Well,
this is yeah I bought Tomb Raider for Xbox.
Okay,
well,
but at one point in time, Tomb Raider was quote unquote an exclusive for like a short time, right? Or a timed exclusive on PlayStation.
no,
No,
All right.
not the new
no,
Tomb
no,
Raider.
not any Tomb Raider for the most part. I don't
Not
know.
any Tomb Raider. All right, I was just checking.
I don't think because a lot of them were on PC. A lot of them were on the
I was
side.
thinking it was like that on PlayStation 1. That's why I was
But
asking. Because I was gonna say, didn't it start somewhat auto on PlayStation 1 first, and then go over to Saturn?
The PlayStation was more popular than the Saturn. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure at the time. And in the console space, Jay Barry is right. Nobody on console thinks about PC. But what I'm trying to say is, even if you don't know or you're not aware, like I was shocked when I realized certain games were what I thought were exclusive were on other devices. I remember playing Sonic 3 on the PC. I thought my cousins done did something weird to their PC to make it run. No, they had it for the PC. A CD disk you had to put in and install, and you played Sonic 3. I didn't know it was available for the PC. But that was the first game I ever realized that I was like, yo, these games are on everything. They got Mario games for the PC. And I wasn't a PC gamer at the time. It was just I started to realize, yo, it doesn't even matter what device these games are on. And I started to realize real quick at a young age that yo, these games could really be anywhere they want to be. It's not really about I like PlayStation. That means if a game goes somewhere, I don't look. The games could go wherever they want to go.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, if you are like tied to, I'm mainly talking about people that is saying that they are a certain type of gamer. There's people that go around saying, nah, this is the reason why I'm an Xbox gamer. Most likely they're saying those things. Yeah, you might hear things like, the chat saying the controller, but
Jay,
the
how many
main
times
priority
you talk about why I'm an Xbox gamer?
I don't think
from what I get from it is mainly because of Halo. You like Halo a lot.
Well,
So
that you need to
your
rewatch
friends.
some of Dave's videos because I've stated this, or some of the other guys.
That's
I've
your
stated this
the people
before.
in your community, like your
It's
gaming
my
group.
community. It's not the Halo. Like I've said, if Halo goes over to PlayStation, I'll play it on PlayStation 2. If it goes over to Wii U, I'll play it on Wii U. In fact,
but
it was
I'm not-
actually
I'm
going
not-
to go to 3DS in 2011, but they canceled it because Nintendo didn't want to put the the game on their platform, and it was
I'm not
actually in
saying it.
development and everything.
I'm not saying it for a specific standpoint, because everybody have a different specific.
Well, yeah, everybody has their own opinions and their
I'm
own
saying
takes
more-
on why
I'm
they're
saying
on their
more
console
of a-
choice.
Of a general thing, like everything I do in a video is not just me just doing a random stuff. Like, you know what, this is a random thought. This is things I see and what I hear people say. So I'm like, okay.
but yeah, go ahead.
A lot of people say they don't really care about exclusives, but when these questions are being brought up, and they're like, I don't really like PlayStation games like that. I'm more of an Xbox guy. I've seen people say these things, and then the next day they'll say, I don't care about exclusives.
Well, there's a
But
lot
yet,
of Xbox
but
exclusive
the
play.
reasons
Oh,
why they're
let me
saying they're
finish.
Xbox guys is because of the Gears, because of the Halos, because of the Fables.
But the
So they're
question
saying,
the question is before you continue, are they a fan of Xbox because those games are exclusive, or just so happens that they were exclusive? That's like, think about it. If those games were on other platforms or on platforms they pay attention, because honestly, Fable, the majority of the original Xbox games were ports from the PC, or Xbox games got ported to the PC.
Yeah.
So
I
when
think it was actually, if you look it up, I think it's like 30% of Xbox exclusives were actually also on the PC.
So the
The
question
original.
is, are you a fan because the game is exclusive, or you just it's just like me? I'm a big Dragon Ball fan from the anime to the games. I had to go buy a PS2 because Budokai 3 was not for the GameCube. Not because and I wanted a PS2 anyway, but I was like, yo, why
On
the
the Sony
hell is
computer
it not
entertainment system.
Yo,
but
on the Sony
that
computer
even
entertainment system? Like,
that even goes to the point though.
Yo, hold on.
That game being exclusive made you have to go out to buy
but
that
but that's
hardware.
Hold
no,
on.
no, 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 no. That's more of a to the business point. I understand why exclusive is this for a business standpoint, but what I was going to make a response to in the video was, as a consumer or as a gamer, it doesn't benefit me at all, because now I had to, when I bought my PS2 when I was 10, I had to go scrape up during the summer. But now I wanted one anyway. But the point is, it's like, yo, I got 1 and 2 on the GameCube. I can't even
Hold on.
finish
Let me
the collection.
address this guy in your comment section real quick.
I gotta get the PS2. All right, go ahead.
Okay, so this guy says it was for the boom. It was actually because of Xbox Live in 2003 and 2004, which boomed up Halo. It was Halo 2's multiplayer that actually put Halo on the map. And it was the actual MLG tournaments that was going on with fucking Halo 1 before Halo 2's multiplayer even came out. That's
Well,
what gave Halo the name it is. But if you want to be technical, my Bungie was a big fucking supporter of Apple, and their first games were actually on the Apple device, and they're pretty much the real backstory of the fucking Master Chief. In all honesty, if you want to go like technically into the lore, and that's Marathon and Oni.
I mean, well, a lot of people like what I'm saying when it comes to the exclusive thing, right? Is that I don't think people are fans. Well, but they might be. I don't know, but like, all right, what you're a Sony fan? Why, J Barry? What are the exclusive games that make you a Sony fan?
Crash,
Mhm.
Spyro, Final
All right.
Fantasy at the
But
time,
Crash,
the Final
after the
Fantasy
whole
Wait,
games,
Crash
wait, wait.
sale, they sold
Let him
Metal.
finish. No, let him finish, man. Let him
Final
finish.
Fantasy games at the time, the Twister Metals, the Kingdom Hearts. There's a lot of games I can just list off. You know what
But
I
if
mean?
those
Like,
games were multi-plat at the time, that still would not mean there could still be a strong possibility that you be like, you know what, I still want to play it on the PlayStation.
nah, because even if a game, yeah, there's going to be a reason why there's a reason why I buy multiplats on PlayStation. Yeah, because I'm deeply invested into that ecosystem. My friends is there. Yeah, those aspects are there. I'm not saying those aspects aren't important, but I'm basing it off of the reasons of why you buy a console. Like me personally, I don't buy a console. The main reason for me buying a console is not because of my friends. It's because
But
the
you,
games.
but you named two games on in that list that eventually did move over to multiplats.
What games are you
Yeah, but
naming?
I'm saying at the
Final
time.
Fantasy and Crash.
Well, Final Fantasy was never.
I realize with Kingdom Hearts, the mainstay Kingdom Hearts aren't on other platforms.
I think Final
Yeah,
Fantasy.
Kingdom Hearts is gonna be on PC.
platform.
Huh?
Cause look,
Kingdom
man,
Hearts 3 is supposed to be a multi-platform game, correct?
That's on Nintendo.
even
Kingdom Hearts is on Nintendo platforms
yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
because even the Nintendo ones on the handheld, I bought the handhelds just so I could play the Kingdom Hearts games. I couldn't play anywhere else. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was like, you know what, I gotta buy that to play that
But
because I'm a fan of that game.
too
You
about
know what I
Kingdom
mean?
Hearts
But
is Kingdom Hearts 3, but
Well,
the HD collection,
but,
why aren't you? That's weird.
but notice that you're saying you're a fan of the Kingdom Hearts game, right? And it so happens that they were exclusive on PlayStation, right? Now, does Kingdom Hearts really have anything? I mean, other than the fact that they are heavily tied to PlayStation, just like I named to you earlier, the Tony Hawk games, they were heavily tied. They were on everything, but they were heavily associated with PlayStation, even though the
That's the same thing
PlayStation
with Tekken.
version. Even though the PlayStation version was like, I don't want to hear you say nothing about Tekken at all. Like so, even like
Let me get that bootleg copy, man.
like the Tony Hawk games were heavily associated with PlayStation, even though they were on everything. Now, it's still to this day, you know, right now, like I haven't bought Tony Hawk Pro Skater 5, but if I find it on PlayStation cheaper than Xbox, I just get it on PlayStation. 'Cause I want to use the controller. It's like nostalgic or whatever. But for me, but the thing is that what I'm asking you, are you really a fan of Sony because of these games, or are you just a fan of the games and they just so happen to be only on PlayStation, so you just stick to that? Because
It's because of the games. Is the reason why I'm a fan of the PlayStation. You know, it's not just because of the console itself. The games that's there, the games that's tied to it. You know what I mean? The games that's branded with PlayStation. That makes me a fan.
But don't you see in the future though?
So what I'm saying is, if the games go to other platforms, right? You said that would make you upset, right?
No, but the thing is with the video, what I was saying is that you can't change the past. The past is already there. Those games are already instilled within PlayStation. Like Kingdom Hearts going to multiplat. I'm not going to get it for Xbox. I'm already established on PlayStation, so I'm going to get it there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, that comes down to your preference of choice, though.
Yeah, are you established? It's not like your save goes over. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he just might want to keep his trophies all lined up so we can see all the Kingdom Hearts games there.
I mean, that would imply that he played the HD remakes on PS3. What if he just played 1 and 2, and what's the other one? The Game Boy
Dream
Advance.
Drop.
Yeah,
and Chain Memories and.
Let's say he played them on PS2. He didn't play them on PS3. Well, he has no real tie to the trophies or nothing other than he played it on PS2 back in the day. But let's just say they come to Xbox. He could easily go to Xbox if he wants. I'm not saying he got to, but I'm just saying, like, for me, that's how I look at it. Like, I like Metal Gear. I didn't have a PlayStation 3 when they did the HD collection of Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3. I just bought it on Xbox. It felt no different.
I guess it just kind of depends, because like, what if he's not going to go buy a brand new console?
You made a good example right there, because I played the original Metal Gear on the PlayStation. Then I want to say it was Metal Gear 2 or whatever that was on the OG Xbox, and I played it over there. I didn't care that I played the first one on the PlayStation, you know, because at the time I had an Xbox and I had the Xbox OG and the PlayStation 2, but I was mainly on the Xbox.
And
so I was like, I'm over here.
And for me as a consumer, exclusives are dumb. Like a lot of people, to me, because a lot of people don't even realize GTA 4 was about to be exclusive to PS3 until Microsoft came in and basically paid to put it on Xbox 360 and Windows. Now, I don't know about y'all, but there could have been the potential because it was exclusive. It could have ran right on PS3, but GTA 4, if you played it on 360, it ran like a hot mess on PS3.
Yeah, it did.
I don't even I don't know if it was exclusive. It probably could have ran better, but at the same time, if it didn't run any better than it does now, there was nothing to compare it to because it would have been only on PS3 anyway. Like exclusives to me.
You also that explanation as far as why it ran worse. That was just the beginning stages of PS3 and Xbox 360 because a lot of people wasn't trying to. That's a whole other explanation.
That's kind of why I lean towards the 360 because they had the JRPGs in the beginning of the 360 area.
Oh yeah, like Blue Dragon and fucking Lost Odyssey.
Blue Dragon, Lost Odyssey.
No. What I was saying to that is that if it was only on PS3, think of all the GTA fans that may like Xbox and they got the Xbox, they would not have gotten to get to play the.
I swear, sometimes these trolls are idiots. This guy says that's why we need one platform. No, we don't need one platform because if you let one of these corporations control the market, they're gonna get away with every fucking thing. And they already get away with enough.
That's one of my things.
Multiple platforms.
I do think that exclusive experiences matter to a gamer. The reason why, that's what I'm saying, the reason why a gamer will consider themselves a PlayStation fan, consider themselves an Xbox, a Nintendo fan, is not because of the multiplats. It's not. You're not saying that because of multiplats. You're saying that because you got a certain type of attachment to certain games that's tied to that console.
Bro, are you slow?
What I'm saying
get away with a lot of shit, and you're saying how do you not see them not doing that? Of course, they will get away with a lot of shit, and we wouldn't have anything to do about it.
Well, what I'm saying, Jay Barry, is like, all right, the experiences I had with the with any game, no matter I mean whatever platform I played on is going to be an exclusive experience. Period. You know what I'm saying? The experience I had of playing Bioshock Infinite on the 360 and the experience I had on playing on PC were totally different and had nothing really to do with anything other than just when I played one version, it was different than the other. You know, I'm playing Borderlands Answer Collection on PS4. It's pretty much the PC version identical. Honestly, I think it's running at all the settings maxed out on PS4 except for it don't have physics on, but I don't run physics on my PC anyway. So it's basically the same game. The experience is different because I'm not on my computer. So the things that come with the PC experience, I'm not experiencing. But the things that come with the PS4 experience, I am experiencing. It'll be different anyway. You know what I'm trying to say?
But which experience do you like better? You know what I'm saying? That's what it
Oh,
also
I mean,
comes down
I like
to.
Borderlands too. So you know, when I even playing on the PS Vita is the worst version to play it on. I just tell you that right now.
Oh
I
yeah,
still enjoy playing on the
that's
Vita
bad.
because I like the game. The game is so good. I can rough it through that for time to time.
I can't
Well,
play
well,
Borderlands on Vita.
and see, the only reason I give that game a little leeway is because that game is so massive. I don't even know how they got that somewhat running on the Vita. So I don't really go completely in on the fact that that game is kind of jacked up. But every experience, every time you play the game, I feel it's going to be a different experience, no matter what console you're on or not. You know what I'm saying? So if I play a game that's available on every single platform, and I go from the Nintendo version to the Xbox version to the whatever the PlayStation version, they're all going to be different experiences. You know what I'm saying? To an extent.
Yeah, I mean that is true because you're playing on different controllers, you're playing on different UIs, but the game itself is the same. You know what I mean? But that the exclusive experience that comes with it is outside of the game, unless they have like I guess like exclusive DLC or something like that. You know what I mean? But
Sam, you are correct. If there wasn't exclusives, there would be no reason to defend these plastics at all. It would just be come down to your preference of choice of what console you prefer
They'll
playing.
just be arguing about features and stuff.
Yeah, that's all it would
hey
be.
yo, hey yo, before we close it out, 'cause, yo, this is like the council podcast. Right? Before we close this out, yo, I want to ask you guys something. What inspired you guys as YouTube content creators to do videos? You know what I mean? Because there's times where I didn't even. Oh, Persona joined.
Yeah, what up?
Stuff Persona.
Yeah, what up, Persona?
What up?
You all
When
late.
did you join?
I just joined like 2 minutes ago.
You all
Oh,
What's
my
late.
up,
bad,
brother?
fam. Yo, shout yourself out, man, real quick, man. You
Um,
mad late though?
yeah, no, I was playing the game. Yeah, it's your boy Persona of GWP. Um, you know, part of the council, I think. And yeah, just that's pretty much it. I create, I do streams and do
You are
content
a
and all.
streaming connoisseur.
Yeah, I stream a lot. I stream a lot of games just because I feel the best way to show somebody a game is if you experiencing it like right there on the spot instead of something that's pre.
You mean those exclusive experiences? No,
Of course, I mean,
I
you
want
can
to
run
get
through the
grim too.
channel and see all the exclusives. I ain't even.
I, I want to
But
get Grim inspired to make a video. My bad, Grim.
Nah.
yeah, that's pretty much it. I do commentators and all that, and that's pretty much it.
That's what's up, man. Yo, you sound tired as hell, man. It's only 1 o'clock, bro.
Nah, I'm not actually not tired at all.
Nah, but yeah. How long have I been streaming since 10?
I've
Or
been streaming for
10:30?
4 hours.
Jeez.
Ah,
But nah,
damn, man, you doing bear hugger streams.
yeah. I mean, I don't think I've been in a stream with Jay before. I've been in with streams with Grim, but that was that's not common.
I haven't done
Uh,
streams at all, bro.
so yeah,
I
this is
said
a
that's something that I kind of want to do is kind of like do like these like little hangouts on my channel, just to kind of
yeah,
they seem more they seem more personal, when you do like the little,
the
yeah,
personal.
like it's more of like a real interactive thing where it's like you can interact and do some shit, with a lot of bigger YouTubers. They put, how they put like that 30-second video saying that they're streaming on Twitch. And
Yeah.
then like you go to Twitch, you watch them, and it's like there's so many people they can't really respond, so they just ignore it. Like it'd be funny.
Hey, you know what? That to me that annoys me. That you made a 30-second clip video to say that you're going to another platform. I think some of these people got a big enough, fan base where they know that they're gonna be
Or they
Twitch
could
streaming.
just tweet it out or put it on Facebook.
Yeah, and there's
Well,
a
no, see, with a
notification
lot,
on there's a notification on YouTube. Like when you're watching one of their videos, it'll tell you that they're streaming on Twitch.
not
Like,
only that, but a lot of
Oh
those
yeah.
big YouTubers, they actually have YouTube and Twitch partnerships. So that's why they sometimes they'll do that. And then other times you can kind of reach a wider it sounds weird, but you can kind of reach a wider audience on Twitch when it comes to streaming because Twitch is, I mean, YouTube obviously is the largest, but for some reason Twitch, that's where people go for their gaming, like as far as
I get more
streaming.
views on Twitch sometimes. People are just popping in and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Twitch got. You think YouTube got trolls, man? Twitch got the weird trolls, bro.
Yeah. Twitch got it. And what makes it bad is you can, if you're a subscriber to Twitch or something like that, you get those faces, like those like actual human faces
Yeah.
instead of emojis. And
There's only one person I ever subscribed to on Twitch. That's my man Maximilian. I did that subscribed to him for 4 months. But I was like, bruh, I ain't giving you no more of my money, man.
Oh, every time you subscribe, you got to keep paying on it?
Yeah, it's like a monthly thing.
Oh, hell no.
What do you get out of that?
Monthly fee is $4.99.
Wow.
I thought it was a one-time.
I thought that was donations.
No,
no,
you
that's
have
not
you
like-
have donations and you have subscribership.
donations. Yeah, it's outside of donations.
Oh, that's bad.
And then when say if I did resubscribe to his channel, it will pop up like, hey, it's been like 12 months or whatever since he subscribed and he's back. It will let him know and all that crap. It's crazy on Twitch. Like when they big on Twitch, they can
Yeah,
do a
I
lot.
see people like in
Yeah, a lot
Obi-Wan
of-
streams. People are donating Obi-Wan like $500. But I know they're retracting it though. They just want their name up there. I know that's what they're doing.
Yeah, like I remember one time I went to a stream. Like sometimes I go on Twitch and just check like the highest streams just to see what's going on or whatever. And this one chick, she was on there. And she had like the top donator, and he donated like.
Oh man, you know what? You're gonna make me go back and troll some people on Twitch again. Now that you're talking about the shit.
Yo, Twitch is crazy, man.
Oh, dude, the trolls are fucking hilarious on that shit. They got they literally got some of the best trolling moments in there.
Man,
Yo, but no, go ahead, Crunk.
For a female being on Twitch is quite hilarious. And I used to I got on, especially for a person like me who plays Madden, a game that most females don't play. Man, I got on there and bro, I had like 100 people watching me. Just asking me fucking weird fucking questions. I'm like, yo, I think y'all have never seen a female in y'all life.
A lot of times they do that.
Hey,
just,
don't.
Oh yeah, they do that just to get a rile out you. That's all it
Yeah.
is.
But I don't
Yeah.
know, but you don't pay them attention, they do it more. Like I
Oh,
used
yeah.
to just pay attention, and then nigga.
I tell people this all the time. If you don't feed a troll's gonna eventually stop. I mean, that's the case. If you feed them, they're gonna keep coming back.
A good troll will get you,
Oh
regardless.
yeah, he will trigger you. He will find a way to fuck with you to trigger you.
Yo, Farahad, what's good, man? Chuck, pray for you, what's good? Yeah, Sam Walton, what's good, man? Thanks, guys, for coming through. We're gonna close it up soon, but I just want to ask this one question. What inspired you guys to create videos on YouTube, regardless of what the content of the video is? But there's peaks where somebody will just create non-stop videos, you know what I mean? But what inspired you guys to do that? Anybody
You
can
gonna
go.
say who goes first?
Nah, anybody can go. I'm not the hey, you go first, you go first.
I'm gonna be honest. My whole reason, everybody knows this, is I came here to do my first debate with One Stop, and I just wanted to call him out on this bullshit. And then I got kind of brung into the information through Thanos and Poppy, kind of coached me into it. But in all honesty, like, I'm going to be honest, I procrastinate a lot. Like, I'll go and get ready to do a video, and I'll be like, I'll do it later, and then I'll do it the next week. I actually did that because I've been getting a little irritated with these people with the Battlefield situation where, like, they've been saying that $100 statue that they're saying is bullshit, which they don't understand. Like, there's 4 different fucking versions of, like, the pre-order.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to make a video on that, but like I said, I'll do it today, and then I like just don't do it. So like I think YouTube, when you want to do videos, you have to get into that repetition of wanting to do the video every day. If not, you kind of get into that stalemate of like, I'll just do a video when I feel like it.
Yeah.
I think you have to have a passion for doing this, in all honesty.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is passion, and a lot of it is like time, like to make like good quality videos. I personally feel like it takes time.
Oh yeah, it takes time and it takes a lot of effort in that. And if you just are busy throughout your day, you don't want to take the time out to do it.
Yeah, and that's like, I guess from my situation, like I work a full-time job, so it's like when I come home from work, the last thing I'm thinking about is making a video, and it's like I see so much stuff throughout the day where like in my mind I'm like, yo, like this would be a dope video, or like I'm thinking of something in my head and I'm like, yo, this would be a crazy video. But then it's like you get home from work, you want to unwind and you're tired and you kind of just want to game. So you know, a lot of the times I'll talk about, you know, the stuff I was thinking about in my stream, and not be like that, you know, that'll be it. Like, all right,
That's
cool,
a
you know,
perfect fucking standpoint, because that's how I am, man. I like I'll watch someone's video. I think with the Battlefield, for example, I watched Stone Fox Media shit, and he linked the article in the link, and I love when people do that. I went and read the article, and like it deliberately, purposely states from EA that there's 4 versions of it. The $130 version, they did that out of a fan service thing because the PC guys were getting pissed off that the only way you could get the statue is if you paid for the console deluxe edition, which was $250. So they separated the statue and the other extra merchandise so the PC guys could actually buy that statue if they wanted to. But he didn't state that in his video, so I got triggered by that shit. I was pissed. I was like, why the fuck you gonna give out these false information? So like, as I was going through work, I was like, I'm gonna make this video when I get home, yada yada yada, and I never did. And then I seen other YouTubers reporting on it. I'm like, did anyone read the fucking article?
yeah, I hate that. I hate watching videos, and it's like, I guess my whole thing is that like, I hate seeing people misinformed, and it's like, especially like when you like debate people on Twitter or on Facebook or whatever, you really get to see like how misinformed people are, and that's kind of like what segued me into and be like, yo, like I kind of want to make videos because people really don't know the truth around here. So you know, I'm
Well,
like,
yeah, you get a lot of you get a lot of YouTubers that will either read opinion piece articles and state that as fact, or they'll read like a section of the article and state that as fact and don't read the whole thing out.
That annoys me.
Opinion, and it's like I always say whenever I do opinion interviews, I always say, look, everything I tell you is fact because I read up on it, and this is coming from you know
The actual
whatever it is being
it's
talked
not-
about. Like a lot of people, their views on certain things comes from just other YouTubers. Like
Oh,
they won't even like cite an article or nothing. It's like, oh, where'd you get this information from? Oh, well, this big YouTuber said, or this person said,
Or they'll read the article and like they'll put the article down below, and most people don't click to actually read it. Like most people just watch a video, listen to what you have to say, and then move on. But like I'm the type of guy where like if you put the link down there, I'm gonna check to see what you're reading, and like I read it and I'm like, where did you get this from? You know?
Yeah. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
kind of
what
where
about,
that's kind of where my whole wanting to make YouTube videos comes from. Is me wanting to inform the misinformed, pretty much.
Well,
Facts. 'Cause,
I
you know,
actually did a video, and it's the one that got the most views on my channel. The price for the Project Scorpio, sitting at right now in Australia for $9.99 as a placeholder. And I stated in my video, and even put it in the description and inside the actual video, this is a rumor placeholder price. So it is subject to change. You know, and I
yo,
linked
when you make
the
videos like
link
that,
and
bro,
everything.
when you make videos like that from experience, yo, you gotta repeat yourself so much.
oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
And even if you
Because-
repeat yourself, they'll still try to get around it. Like, oh well, you know.
Oh yeah, and then you look at the comment section and you got so many of these fanboys saying, "Oh, it's gonna be $6.99, it's gonna be this and that," and I'm like, did you not see in the video where I pointed out that this says this is a placeholder? It's will have subject to change, and I even gave you like what the currency would be in the U.S. because if you calculate the currency, $9.99 in Australia. It comes out to $750 here. So I was like, it could subject to change.
I mean, it could subject to change, but that do sound like a good ballpark price for what they trying to deliver.
Well, yeah,
I think
it
it's gonna
exactly
be like
sounds like a
six.
ballpark place, but that's what they bringing out, and and it came from EB Games,
Yeah,
which is a very credible source. It was actually on their page.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Well,
about
for
you, Crunk, man, or Forza?
me, I guess I just like doing it because I've grown accustomed to people liking to hear what I gotta say. As a female on YouTube who doesn't do the stuff that some of these girls do, and for people to be as loyal as they are, I always try to bring out my opinion, my content, and do what I do because people actually grew with me, and actually subscribe to me because they actually enjoy what I have to say, even if they disagree or agree. They understand that I'm a gamer at the end of the day. Like, it took me a minute to get to where I am now because if you're a female on YouTube nowadays that isn't doing the norm and you have your own opinion and you like what you like and you play actual game, then it's harder to keep guys. You know what I'm saying? It's harder to gain that big push comes to YouTube. Like if you're just a cute girl, if you're a beautiful girl and you do certain things on YouTube, you can get big very quickly. But for most guys to actually want to stick with your channel, they really have to watch. Cause they'll like guys are telling me all the time, like I've been watching your channel for a minute and I finally subscribed because I actually believe that you're an actual gamer and you actually love video games. You know what I'm saying? And that actually, I love when I get those comments. You know what I'm saying? Because I work hard. I love gaming. I've been gaming shit since what? I was like 5 maybe. And I'm 28 now. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing YouTube since
Man, you
2000.
old, Crunk.
Yeah,
Not
man.
just.
I'm old as shit, man. I'm old as fuck, bruh. I'm old as shit. But I love video games, so hey, I'm gonna stay young forever. God damn it. I'm gonna stay young forever. But
Fact.
I mean, I just enjoy it because I enjoy interacting with people. I enjoy just having conversation with other gamers, and I also like the fact that there's not too many of me out there doing what I do, and I enjoy the fact that people enjoy my content.
That's
Cause
right. Count your balance.
it ain't many of us out there. Like, there's a lot of us out there, but we're not noticed as much as I feel like we should be. Like me and Red Infinitely been friends since I first started YouTube. She's been my friend ever since. Like, she was my first female subscriber. I've been knowing her. Today's her birthday. Well, it's not her birthday anymore, but happy birthday to my homegirl Red Infinitely. Her old ass. She's like 20. What? Red's like 29, 30.
Damn, Red, you old.
Yeah, Red like 29, I think. I think
That
yeah,
ain't
Red's
old in all honesty.
nah,
Yeah, I know.
nah.
I'm just messing around.
We just messing with Red. That's my homegirl, man. Like I love her to death. That's
Oh,
like
Red's
one of
cool as fuck. I
the
watched the
main.
Weapon Wheel. She's very entertaining on there.
Yeah, since she actually knows what the fuck she's talking about.
Yeah.
Yo, me and
And
Red will argue all day, B.
because they're from fucking New York. You from New York and she from New York and she ain't backing down from no fucking body.
Nah, she ain't backing down.
Like yeah, I do things like that, and that's one of the reasons why I'm actually glad she finally got her YouTube up and jumping. She's a very like well versed gamer, and there's not a lot of African American females on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? In
Doesn't she
general,
write for an article company and she's already pretty well established in the industry?
not really. She's been writing for a minute. She's been writing like forever.
Yeah, but
She's
that's
like,
what I'm saying. Because she's been writing and she's been doing the reviews, even though her channel's not out there like that. She's
mm-hmm,
pretty established.
mm-hmm.
Because that's where I've got the impression from, like when people talk about her and when she's on the Weapon Wheel.
Mm-hmm. No, she's not known from YouTube. She's known because of other people
Yeah.
in the inner circle. Like I've been knowing, like me, Red Heartache. Like he been knowing us for years. I've been knowing her for years before. Like I started writing for a site. She's the one who actually told me to go write for a site and to go do this thing and take it serious because she saw
Yeah.
my. Cause I've met her before. Like we've hang out, we like stayed in the same hotels. I know her. I know her family. I know her grandmother, her brother, her mother. Like if I ever talk to her, her mom's in the background. She'd be like, "Hey, crunk girl." It's like she knows me. So if you see my picture on the screen, she's in the picture with me. Her and hip hop.
It's the hip hop gamer show.
Yeah, with his short self, like short ass. Bar,
Yo,
he's
so
shot. I think hip hop shorter than you, Bar.
oh damn.
No, what you 5'9"?
Frozen.
Huh?
What are you
What about you,
5'9"?
bro? Oh, me? I know I'm 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah, Bar's
Join the
that
club,
short.
son.
I met him in real life. He's like real short.
Yeah.
Join the
Yeah,
club, man. We're at the
like
same.
Bar, like hip hop is like my brother from another mother. Like I love hip hop to death, but he's short as hell. And cause Red's my height. She's like Red's like 5'8", 5'7". Yeah, man, that's why I do it, man. I do it for the interactions and also the people that you meet as well. Like if you network and you find like that's how the council find each other, man.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that because that's the reason why mainly I stuck back in here. In all honesty, even though I don't do a lot of videos, is because of the community that I found inside of YouTube, like Jay Bari, Thanos, Dave, and all them. Like even when I'm having beef with them guys, I'm still cool with them. I mean, it's just YouTube beef. To me, it's not personal.
Yeah, man, like you
Something though.
you have relationships with people.
Yeah, the people that say that you can't form a relationship with people on YouTube, that's not true. You can always perform a connection no matter what you're on. You know, it's just a matter of how much time you spend with that person.
Yeah, like that's just the same thing as with people who've been on PSN for years or Xbox Live for years, and they got friends they've been playing with for almost 10+ years, 6+ years. Like
Oh,
they
yeah.
got people like they know. Like, these are like my people I fuck with every day. I know their kids, I know their parents, I know their wives, like, and it just grows from there.
Oh, I agree with you on that.
Fact. So what about you, Frozen?
I never really thought I was going to do a gaming channel. I was going to do an anime thing. I was just going to read chapters like everyone else, get views upon views. And I didn't want to do that because I've seen how crazy it gets over there. But
Is it
you
really
know,
that bad?
I think it's pretty cool, man.
Are you willing to do an anime podcast?
I'll do one, but I'm not hosting it.
No. I'm just saying because I've been trying to get Ralph because he's been talking about doing an anime podcast. I've been wanting him to do it.
The thing is, I
trying
haven't
to
been
get
watching
him,
like the
convince
most
him
recent.
to, get the time to do that.
I haven't been watching most of the recent stuff. That's the thing. I need to like catch up. I haven't been watching any of the stuff everybody's been raving about around. I need to catch up. I'm definitely down to do one though.
The Dude Bro Nation podcast. We'll talk about it, man.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that one too. Apache brings up all these crazy topics,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Grapachi, you had a podcast.
like that Amber Rose topic that one night.
Yeah. I mean, I had one. I mean, I think good things come to an end. You know what I'm saying? Like we just stop. Just sometimes when you riding high and you like, man, this when we about to break through the ceiling, you just like, man, let's just stop. Stop right now.
What he's trying to tell you is he feeds his fans, like he wants his fans to come back and be like, when's this cast happening again?
But yo, we missed this.
I,
It's like
I,
crap.
don't, I don't do that. I don't
He
do that.
starves them for a little bit, then he brings them back. Is that
No,
what it is, Grim?
no, I don't do that. No, but we just stopped. We just stopped. Cause that's when I took my big YouTube break. I took a break for a good minute.
Oh yeah, I got.
A break is definitely needed. But what about you, Grapachi, as far as inspiration? Even though you're on a break right now, what's your inspiration to do videos?
Man, it's just the energy, because I get tired of repeating myself, but the energy is right. Then I'll do it. Like right now, I kind of feel like doing the No Man's Sky thing. May do it, may not. Who knows? But
You got shit on it, man. I want to see you shit on it.
it's
No,
a lot.
That's the hot topic.
It's a
like
lot. It's
once September comes in October, oh, it's gonna be lit because all the games is dropping.
I mean, it's not even about shitting on something or not. That's not my goal. It's like the video I was gonna do is more about like I'm not getting why this game is getting special treatment, kind of like when Fallout 4 got special treatment. The game's jacked up for the moment. It's jacked up. Don't tell people to go out and buy the game if you told me you had 6 crashes. That don't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So
I think Grim was just
You
saying
said
that earlier.
don't tell
Actually, I
people to
agree.
go out and buy the game if what? I ain't hear that.
like, if someone's experienced 6 crashes on a game, and
Oh,
you tell
6 crashes.
someone tell you, yeah, I had 6 crashes, but you still should go buy it. That's a little odd to me. The person saying it could think it's fine. I think that's like you trying to set me up.
Well, nah. I mean, nah. You can't really say that. Like, if like somebody, if you ask, like, say, ask somebody like, oh, well, what you think about No Man's Sky? And like, oh, yo, it's a really dope game. I had 6 crashes or whatever, but I still really enjoy the game. Like, oh, you think I should pick it up? I mean, that's up to you. like I would never answer that type of question with a yes or a no. Like, that's up to you. If it's something that you like, then yeah.
Yeah, but do you feel like, how can I put this? Would it be better to just aware people so they know what they're getting into before they buy it? Because you got to remember, this is a $60 title, and someone may get pissed from watching your video and saying, yo, this game's really good, yada, yada, yada. Yes, got 6 crashes, but the game's good, and they don't listen to that one part. Do you think it's better to actually say, yo, look, I'm not telling you to buy this game, I'm just going to give you my experiences, and
But
it's up to you to make that decision?
that's all I can give them though. I would like, I would never. I can give an impressions and I can tell you what my experience with the game is, and it's up to you as a gamer to make the decision if, based off what I say with my experience, if you want to experience the same thing.
Yeah, because I
That's
agree
how
with
I
what I've
see it.
heard Grim say, because I've heard some of like the bigger YouTubers say the game's great. They talk about the crashes, but then they like kind of promote it to have people go buy the game. And I'm like, well, why
Well,
are you to buy the
me
game
personally,
about these game-breaking bugs?
if I experience 6 crashes, I can't suggest that to the game. I can say the game is good, but I can't tell people to buy that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
A specific issue with me, a game called Last Blade 2, old school Neo Geo fighter. You know what I mean? I was really anticipating this joint. I did a live stream, and the joint crashed me on live stream like 3 times, though. And I was just like, yo, I can't play this game. You gotta get this joint fixed. People was asking me, yo, should I go pick that up? Because they wanted to play that fighting game. I was like, nah. They're not fixed. It's not fixed yet. I don't know if it's going to be fixed. I think there's a patch that fixed it. I haven't played it since, but
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
when I did my impressions of Firewatch when the game first came out. After I beat the game, I did like an impressions. I said straight up, like, yo, look, this game's got frame problems. It's horrible. The ending didn't make no sense. The story didn't. But I was real brutal with it, and I said, it's good for what it is, but I wouldn't suggest this thing. But I can't, based off the experience that I had with it.
that game was trash, though.
But it's still up to. But see, that's the thing, though.
Tell me that.
The problem with a lot of people, well, not people, but gamers, when it comes to buying games, they depend too heavily on somebody else's opinion instead of their own
That's what I'm
experience.
getting at. Like, you got these YouTubers here, especially ones that have a huger fan base, that will say something, and the person doesn't listen to the part where they're like, it just got this many crashes, it got game-breaking bugs. All they're listening to the guy is praising the game at a certain point. So they're like, oh, this is a really great buy. Then they come back in your comment section and bitch at you because the game was trash.
Yeah, that's some of my experience. You're always going to have different experiences, but like a crash to me, that's something serious. If it's happening consistently, that's something serious. You can have a lot of fun with the game, but that's something serious to me.
I mean, I get a lot of these games have stabilization issues, but like the shit that it's having, it shouldn't be having, especially when it went gold.
Yeah, I mean, I played what? Let me see how much hours I put in those games. About 5 or 6. I didn't experience any crashes. I did experience like I got stuck in like a rock or something like that where I couldn't move, but I didn't experience any like crashes where the game would crash and then you gotta report it to Sony and stuff like that.
I actually experienced one crash on stream with No Man's Sky. One crash, and that was the first night of the game. It crashed on me. After that, though, I didn't experience no crashes.
Oh, hold on. This guy says crashes don't matter. Yo, bro, crashes do matter because, like, I'll give you an example. I loved Battlefield, especially Battlefield 4. When that game came out, it was dog shit. I stopped
Oh,
playing
okay.
that game until like the third or fourth patch came in when they fixed some of the stabilization issues because that had some of the worst netcode. It was crashing nonstop. It was having so many problems. So like if you can't play a game and enjoy it, then yeah, that's gonna hinder your fucking experience.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I
I'll
bought
say
Battlefield like almost a year later, and it was still messed up. So I was like,
Yeah,
I
Oh
think
yeah.
Battlefield 4
I
messed up
bought it in
my world.
December and it's fine now.
I think for me that my biggest problem is like, you got I feel that as a gamer, or I don't like call myself that, as someone that likes games, let's just say that. If I know or if I'm having a bad experience, I'm more telling you I'm having a bad experience, so you may not have to experience what I experienced, right? The problem I have is when people come to me and they're just like, it's you, like what Jay's just said. He said I got a curse or something. He said everything I touch just messes up. That's not true.
I tell
It's,
you, man, it's that Grim curse.
nah,
the name, Grim.
like it's just the games be jacked up, and the thing is, it's crazy. It's like I cannot believe when like there's so many people, like especially on this PC thing. If y'all get into PC gaming, bro, like Battlefield 4 is a great example. I got that game, the game did not work right. So many people around me were like, "Yo, the game works for me. Your PC is dog shit." I'm like, "Well, maybe my PC is dog shit. I don't really know." So next thing I know, when a patch comes out, they're like, "Oh, thank God they finally fixed this game. It was a piece of shit. I could never get in the game." I'm like, "Wait a minute. You just told me like a week ago it was working for you, and my PC was jacked up." So when you experience that enough, you start realizing that people will make excuses for these games.
Well, this guy right here just made know that when Battlefield 4 came out, they were having crashes on the single player. They were even having issues where like your game wouldn't save at all. Like you
That
would
game was
do a
jacked up.
mission, it would
Yeah,
crash, and
I
you
had
have
Bruh,
to start back to the
that
beginning.
issue with my single player. It's fine.
Jaleesa, you already know. Yo, I started Battlefield over like 3 times, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I had to start a single player over 8 different fucking times before I got through with the game. And
I
that was
was
all because I
pissed.
wanted one weapon out of the fucking single player.
I was pissed. I don't remember who was in that chat that day, but I was like, what the hell, yo? I just played this game. I came back and they started me all over. I'm like, what the hell happened? You know what I mean? I was like,
That's what I'm saying. He can't even say that single player crap because they had the same problems on both fronts for Battlefield, for single player and especially when you did the mission where you was in the jet. That jet would fucking lag out, and it like sometimes if you got too close to the water, there was a bug where if you skimmed the water, it would like skim into the water, and you could never get the jet out until you restarted the game.
yeah, I can agree with Alchemist too, because like, say if it's a widespread issues like that, then yeah, you gotta really you could yeah the specific issues as well you gotta talk about, but the widespread ones you can't damage control that.
Yeah, you
Hell yeah,
can't.
like Battlefield is a perfect example, boy. Like it would play for me. Sometimes like I had no issues getting into conquest at a time. And I remember Hard A was like, "Yeah, man, this shit's dog shit. The conquest not working right." And this
Uh,
that.
I remember when that game first came out, I was playing Locker. This dude shot me through the wall, through the fucking mountain, every fucking thing on the damn kill feed. I'm sitting there wondering, like, how the fuck is he doing it? It's because their net code and their ping was so high that you could literally, the way the hitbox was set up, is your hitbox would be like 5 feet behind you. So when he was shooting, it was hitting the hitbox that was behind you instead of the hitbox that's actually supposed to be with your character as you're running. That's how bad the game was.
Oh damn,
Yo,
that's
battle
horrible.
yo, campaign was crazy though. Like I started over a couple times and I was just so fucking pissed. I just stopped playing it until
Well,
December
yo,
when I actually beat it.
yo,
Oh, I
guys,
agree with you. It
we
matters
about to
if you love the game because
Just
I
hurry up
stuck
in
through the
it. Hurry
game
up in it.
through.
They're never gonna stop talking. Gotta hurry up in it. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now.
yeah, we gonna close this up. You know what I mean? We're going on to the 4 hour mark.
Oh,
But nah, yo, that's this is good talk, man. I definitely really appreciate you guys coming through. I just didn't send the links out as quickly as possible because I was just talking about my own channel and the podcast, being delayed a little bit, and I'm like, I don't even want people sitting down and I was talking about myself by waiting until we talk about the YouTube talk uh, to bring everybody in. I might change the title here. Right now, I have it as YouTube Talk with YouTubers. I might change that. Just let you know. But yo, just plug your channels, whatever. I will put the links in the description for everybody's channel here. I try to do that. Anybody that's a guest, on my channel like that, I try to, put the link in there and uphold that promise of putting the link in here. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, just starting with I see Frozen first. Just plug your channel. You know what I
Yo,
mean? Stop saying that your challenge is irrelevant and it's nothing. You know what I mean? But it is something, man.
y'all the famous ones, man. I'm not really that famous.
Nah,
But,
man, I was saying your channel is good, man. You just gotta share it out more on social media. You'll get there.
You want to be like me. You want to be irrelevant, but at the same time, everybody knows you.
yeah, I like that. Definitely, definitely check out the healthy gaming. You gotta spread that movement out there, and you gotta,
Yo, you know what you gotta do? You gotta talk about how much each ingredient costs too, because sometimes healthy stuff costs a lot of money.
yeah, I gotta make sure to include the tax with everything as well, because a lot of people are bringing that up when it comes to games, man. You gotta.
The
I'm,
tax.
I'm gonna have my receipt with me, and I'm gonna take a pic. I'm gonna have that in the video with the receipt.
That
Oh,
game is
you
not
also letting them know
$50.
that they need to exercise too. I mean, because just eating healthy and sitting in the video game isn't gonna do anything.
Well,
if you're not
we had the
exercising.
Connect. The Connect was a perfect idea for that, But then
Oh yeah,
everybody
the
didn't
Kinect
like
and
it.
the Move and the Wii controller was perfect for that. But I'm just saying, like, you have to include that in there too, because people will be like, "Well, you're not saying exercising,"
That's common sense, though. I mean,
Yeah, but you know how these people are. They will nitpick you to the death on every
I'm gonna
little
bring that
fucking
up.
front.
Episode 4. I might work on it tomorrow. I'm gonna do something crazy. Yeah, man. Just check everybody out on the panel and hit the like button. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, make sure y'all check out my man Frozen, man. Definitely a consistent YouTuber, uploads every day.
I was just being
Gaming
sarcastic with
content.
that like button thing because I hate when people say that. Hit the like button because I really appreciate it. It really helps me out. I don't like that when people say that.
Yo, I don't do that, man. I don't say
No,
like.
not you, not anyone in here, but I see like a lot of people say that, and like the like button really matter. I don't think the like button really does matter.
It only matters to an extent on your analytics. It doesn't matter that much. Your analytics page mainly is about your ratio, your watch times and everything, and your view count next to your
well, now, but
subscriber count.
with the like button,
I think the more likes and dislikes, it pushes it up so poor
Yeah,
people
it
can see it.
pushes us up to the top of the leaderboard. That's all it does. It's the same with your like titles and everything like that in your tags. All they do is just push your video up to the top of the leaderboard in the search engine. That's it.
Well, you said Persona? Okay, you sound mad low.
no, I was pretty much saying the same thing. That the more likes that you get, the more likely that your video will be used as a recommended video
Oh yeah.
on the home page of YouTube. So that's why people do that.
Mm.
Yeah, you get 100 likes or more, and your video becomes a recommended video for you to watch. Like
I might
whenever other
start
people.
changing it up now, man. What you say, Frozen? Hit the like button. I really appreciate it.
No, you could come up. You did like how you do intro for your videos. You got to do something like catchy, like how you know what I'm saying. Like do something catchy. Don't do like what everybody else does. I see people doing like random stuff.
Yeah.
Put your eye on that like button.
You gotta say hit that like button or I'm switching to Xbox.
Or
Oh, Barry said that shit, man. He was,
I'm gonna be like, if
Yeah,
I
Jay
get, if
Bar
I
had
get
like 20 million damn videos done on him.
if I get 20 likes, I'm gonna play the Xbox. Joe, my bad, Jay, my bad. I'm apologizing. I'm gonna get Record though, for sure. Play that.
They got that
Hey, I'm gonna be honest about that Record, man. That looks like a tablet game. I'm not gonna front.
It was hypocrisy though, because I know a lot of people were.
It looks like a tablet
There's a
game,
lot,
really.
everybody was hating on
Yeah,
Ratchet and Clank
man.
$40, but when that game's $40, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yo, it
Well,
be
I'm
that,
fine with
it
new
be
IPs
shit like
being
that that make you
$40
wanna
because,
make a
like,
video, though.
that game looks cool though. I want to play it.
oh no, it looks cool as hell, but it
It
looks
looks
like
great.
something that you would play on your tablet.
I don't trust Kenji Inafune though. I don't trust him.
The only reason I'm mainly getting that game is because it's the writing is done by Jason Statham, which is the head writer that used to write all the Halo games, and he was the one that created fucking Destiny.
That's
I
pretty
just think
dope.
the game got a cool concept. I mean, Kenji Inafune definitely have a bad rep going on right now, but the
Who
game
is
still
that?
looking to have like a, Mega Man director and all that stuff. He
Oh,
made
he's wanted to do with the dude with the mighty number 9.
Yeah.
A lot of people
So,
don't know is that
finance.
he didn't make the game. He just drew the art.
Yeah, he just. I think he directs and did the art and stuff like that.
I mean, I wouldn't trust an artist with my game either. To be honest with you, I trust it with my art.
You
Yeah.
can do all the cover.
Yeah, he did the cover art.
But yo, Crunk, you know, me plug your channel,
Yo,
all that good
what's going
stuff.
on, everybody? This your favorite gamer girl, Crunk Girl 711. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all check out sheerattack.com. Also, working on a Technomancer review, so that should be out sometime next week. Finally beat that joint Saturday last week, so been working on a review for that. Um, what's coming up on my channel? The end of the month is Madden. Y'all already know what it is with that. I'm actually starting a series with that. And yeah, man, just check out the channel, check out the website, and yeah. Also, be live streaming Tales from the Borderlands tomorrow too, since I'm feeling better. Because today was
Tales
just
of Borderlands, dope.
yeah, man. Yeah, I gotta hop back on there and beat it finally since I got my RPGs out of the way.
Did y'all play the Batman yet or no?
I heard that was like
I'm
the
not. I'm not
that one
doing
didn't
it.
run
I
too
got
well.
2 minutes. I got 2 minutes to play already. I still gotta start Wolf Among Us. I
Oh,
still
that's
gotta
great.
what else? Life is Strange. I still gotta start all those.
I know they're doing
Yeah.
like a physical release in the store, but only with like the first season. Like I didn't understand that really.
Of what?
What for what?
Batman.
Batman, yeah.
Batman.
Oh, they did that. They did that before, where like I think it was the Minecraft story one. They gave you a disc, and all it was episode 1, and then the rest you gotta
They better bring
download.
Dark
I
Side.
would just wait. Like I did.
Wait. What?
I think it
Yeah,
was the
the
Minecraft
game
one,
only got
but
one episode.
what they started doing with certain Telltale's ones when they first come out and the rest of the episodes are not ready yet. That disc just got the first episode on it. Now, because you bought the disc, you do get the other episodes digitally for free. Well, not for free. You already paid for them in advance, but you don't. They're not tied to the disc. They're just I mean, they're tied to the disc. They're not on the disc. You know what I'm saying?
I don't trust them. Because what if they cancel the episode and like nothing happens? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, that sounds crazy.
That sounds like a scam. That's what it sounds like.
I
You know what
don't.
it sounds like? It sounds like Next Generation.
I'm gonna have to say this. This outro is like a podcast already.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
it.
yo, Jay, you gotta understand. This is Jay Barry channel where even on a council podcast, our outros would be like half an hour, bro.
Oh yeah, I could tell, son. I've seen a few of them like that, but
And dude,
just
bro,
had to
next
point
time,
that out there.
like it was so
I ain't
hard to
even
end it
started
because it'd
sleep.
be on a high the whole time. I just turned the shit off. Like, I
Yo,
don't even tell them.
you
I
know what's
don't
funny?
tell them we done. We just like ends.
You know what's funny too? Sometimes when we do the podcast, like when we're doing the outros, it would be like 20-something people in there the whole time. But then when we're doing the outros, then it's like 30. And it's almost hitting 4. I'm like, yo, what the, what? Don't come in the podcast. We're closing this joint. You know, it'd be crazy. Here it's not so bad, but sometimes with the podcast, it be getting crazy.
But yeah, I did know that the Batman was doing that. But I usually wait till all of the joints come out and then I buy it on disc just because I
I
hate
can't.
digital.
I can't
That's
wait.
what I do
I'm,
too.
I'm waiting for that Game of Thrones, man. I'm waiting for that. That's
I just hate digital, man. So I wait till they all get on one disc and I play them at my own leisure.
In
But
the age of social media, I can't wait for Telltale games. I gotta play it day off because people spoil stuff easily out here.
Like I got the Borderlands one. I did the episode 1. I need to finish the rest.
Borderlands
Yeah.
is good. Borderlands episode 1 was
Have they
amazing.
have they finished Borderlands all the way yet, Grim? 'Cause I've been
Yeah,
thinking
they
about
did.
buying it. I just wanted to wait for
I,
them to
I
finish
got.
it.
Yeah, you mean the Telltale's one?
Yeah.
They might be doing another season, but I mean the
No,
season.
they
They're
finished
not
season
done.
1 because I usually
Yeah,
wait
yeah.
for them to finish the season, then
Yeah,
I buy it.
On
and
PlayStation,
play
I
it
picked it
through.
up on PlayStation because you got the whole season for like $11 digital. That's the only reason I bought it.
Yeah,
Uh,
season one is done for Tales of Borderlands.
yeah, I have that same thing like her with when it comes to Telltales. I wait for the season to be done and then I buy it.
Yeah, I did that with Life is Strange. I waited till all of it was out. Bought it.
Matter of fact, I think with Batman, you get Wolf Among Us free.
you
I'm
do.
not sure if that
They work
that
on too
applies
many
now.
games, man.
You do. And I think that's a good thing because I heard Wolf Among Us is amazing. I haven't played all of it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't play Wolf Among Us yet.
I'm not
I
into
have to
those
say it's
games.
probably
And
the
that's
best
really
one
good.
they've done so far.
Yeah, but
I
that's
think
what
I
I
only played a couple of the first episodes, but it's real slow Wolf Among Us, in my opinion. But go ahead, Crunk.
I was like, yeah, that's what I'm playing and doing right now. Madden series coming. Check out She Attack. Telltale live stream tomorrow. Yeah, I think DSX. I'm probably gonna do a thing about that too. 'Cause I'm buying that. But yeah, man, check out the channel. That's it.
That's what's up. Yo, Jay Centuries.
I can't do my outro, man. It's too controversy for your shit. This is your boy Jay Centuries from Centuries Gaming. I'm out this bitch.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's clean right there. That's clean. But
Yeah,
yo, make
man.
sure you check out
I
Jay.
got like 2 DMs on Twitter today saying that I need to change my outro because it's too insulting to people.
Oh, what was the outro?
This is your boy Jay Centuries. If you don't like my if you like my content, like, favorite, comment, subscribe. If you don't like my content, kick rocks, move the fuck on, and put your ass in the comment section down below where the trolls belong.
That's not that bad.
Yo, that's
Yeah.
real right there.
Yeah, I had like 2 people on DM that I know, like, they were like, "Yo, bro, your outro is way too insulting. You need to change that."
Nah, just to
Damn, that means the person that said that, they disagree with what you said at that time.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, yo, man, so you told me to kick rocks, bro?
Yeah, that's all everybody to kick rocks, man.
Damn, man. My toes, I like how my toes look, man, Jay. I don't know. But nah, man, thanks for coming through, though, man, for sure. This is like the
Anytime,
first
man.
time we ever on a live stream, so it's cool setting.
Well, I'm still waiting for
Yo.
that debate, son.
Oh, who are you gonna debate? Aren't you debating somebody too? Like, when is that happening?
Oh yeah, I'm debating an Xbox guy from
Oh, yeah,
After
Venture
you done with
Media
him, you
guys,
got
right?
me.
Yeah. The one that said Jay Barry and his Dominions. If you guys ain't checking I think his name is Tupmaster.
He's in Mr. 100's group, right?
Yeah, DGX Tupmaster. He did a video on me when I, the whole, Orlando thing when I said that, this is going too far.
No, I agree with you on that. I support
No,
my
you're
Xbox community, but what he said was completely out of line because that shit happened like 2 days prior.
Nah, you know what they say on YouTube? Ain't no limits to this.
Oh, I know there ain't no limits, but like that right there, I would have to put as a limit.
Yo, but people took offense to that video. What they took offense to that video. I wasn't being disrespectful. I said, yo, no. I even said no disrespect to nobody in there.
And people are trying to call him out in the groups and stuff like that. And I don't understand why they're attacking him in the groups. Like, people need to
Yeah,
calm
I
down.
don't like. You shouldn't attack the groups. I'm not saying like I don't have a problem with the dude Cyclonus, but what he said was offensive. Like, especially because that only happened a day ago, prior to the incident of what he said. So like that's a very insulting thing, to do. Because you have to take into the consideration of the families that were affected by that incident.
Yeah, my whole point of that video was like things like that should be linked to gaming. It wasn't like a personal bash against the dude or nothing like that.
But that's another example of people taking things too far, though.
Yeah, that's people not watching the video. That's somebody that heard from another person that heard that Jay Barry said something about this person. You know what I mean?
He says, she says. It's petty.
But yo, Grim, man, it's an outro.
Bye, y'all.
Huh?
What he said?
Peace out. There you go.
Oh, you got the simple, man. But yo, Grim will be making a video tomorrow, guys. So make sure you tune in for that. You know what I mean? Get you need the inspiration.
Off his 20-year retirement.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm trying to record you calling Sony and expose them what they say to you on the phone. They know about the glitches and all that.
Yo, that'd be crazy. Yo, you got people pissed off.
I already called. I mean, if I call again, it's gonna be. Yeah, I don't come on YouTube to entertain people. If I entertain you in the process, I guess it's great, but that's not my goal.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. But yo, make sure y'all check out Grim, and his Crumpside survival guide. Very informative videos. A video that I definitely agree a lot with. A lot of things I disagree with Grim, but this one I definitely agree with on that one. That's a very cool idea for a video series. Have anybody even taken offense to that series?
Behind the scenes, possibly people that know that I'm referring. Like, I don't say names because it's no point in doing that. But they know I may be referring to them because the things I'm talking about come from experience.
I'm different on that part. I'm quick to say your name.
Yeah, it's no reason because I don't want to I'm not trying to offend nobody, so I just don't say the name. But
Oh, I feel you on that.
Yo, Jay's like, yo, I'm definitely the opposite. Yeah, yo, Jay. Jay said, yeah, I say everybody's name, bro. But
I
yo,
mean,
Persona.
here's my opinion. I never understood that because by not saying their name, one of these guys that are watching your video is gonna go hunt down who the fuck you're talking about. So you might as well just say the name and get it over
well,
with.
that's not necessarily true because I talk about a bunch of things and I don't have to say names. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But I
It
mean,
builds
I'm
anticipation
gonna
for
be
it.
honest. When you was talking about the shit with Black Bond about the whole like information from Zaire, people were sharing as videos. You didn't say the name. I was looking all over fucking YouTube. I was like, who the fuck is Grim talking about? Grim talking about. Let
yeah,
me go look this down.
that ain't even happen like on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So you couldn't
Well, no, I'm
find.
saying I wanted to see if anyone made a video that triggered you to go make that response video. That's what
Oh
I'm
no, no,
saying.
no! I was actually that video I made about is there a limit? I was gonna make that during the time where the comments about Kids Smooth Kids was brought up, but
Yeah, but you see,
I was
that
being
was the
lazy and I
thing.
just never did it and
When
decided to
you
do it
made
later.
that video, that was my first thought process. I heard you talk about that. I was like, so who did Brim trigger to fucking make a response to him? Now he's making another response. And it was the same thing with the Gamers Don't Read. At first, when you was first doing it, I only watched the first few minutes, so you didn't actually bring up the one-stop situation. So I went and looked around and see who you was talking about on the situation.
Oh,
So they
you
were
talking
like,
about the one I did a long time ago?
oh yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I think I did one recently. I did Gamers Can't Listen, but that was directed towards Bond because he didn't listen.
Oh no, I've seen that one too, but I knew who that one was directed towards. But I'll be quick to check that shit out.
But yeah, one day, someday, whenever I feel like it, I'll make another video. Don't worry, I got a lot of lessons though for the Crunch Side Survival Guide. Just haven't done everything yet.
And I was awkward silence.
I hear buttons.
Yeah,
That's me playing Metro Prime.
Yo, Bar, you there?
He passed
I
out.
think he fell asleep, man. He fell asleep like J-Tech did on his live stream.
All
With
right,
the heater in
y'all.
his hand.
I'm out, y'all.
Well,
Catch you later, Grim.
All right.
J-Bar, are you there?
Oh, he's mobile.
Yeah, his connection went bad.
Yo, am I back?
Yeah, you're
yeah,
back.
you
I
there?
thought you fell asleep.
I was
Oh,
wondering why we had awkward silence, maybe because your connection went out.
yo, so what the last thing you heard me say?
Nothing.
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 Oh, I was like, yo, Persona GWP. Um, you know,
I ain't heard,
yeah,
we ain't heard none of that.
Nah, we ain't hear none of that.
my bad, y'all.
You end up botting out at the end.
But go ahead, Persona.
Yeah, it's your boy Persona of GWP, aka Gaming with Persona. Make sure you check out the channel if you like it, and you know what to do. I stream, I do commentaries and all that stuff. I do got a couple things that I want to do, but I have to kind of with college starting back up, I gotta kind of look and see how I gotta time everything. So yeah, just be on the lookout for that. And I hope you guys have a great weekend and have a good night.
That's what's up, man. So NY. We so NY.
You already
The
know.
boys that made PlayStation.
You already know.
already know. Got a shout out the greatest nation.
You
But
already
yeah,
know.
man, that's pretty much it, man. I do appreciate all you guys coming through, man. This was very, a spontaneous little live stream I was going to do. And, you guys made it even better than just listening to me just talking about myself. So, yeah, man, it's definitely fun to have you guys on here, man. I don't know. I might do something like this again one day. I do have a promise to uphold. I mean, with the gamers that play games podcast.
If I didn't remind you, you would have forgot.
Yo, real talk, Frozen. My bad, dog. You know what I mean? So
Or you
hopefully,
could just rename this Gamers That Plays Games podcast with other stuff.
with others. So nah, if we gonna do the Gamers That Play Games podcast, we gotta do it right. We gotta do it special. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a movie. You know what I mean? But yeah, for real, yo, guys, I do appreciate you guys coming through here. Making this live stream, pretty fun to do. Everybody that came through to listen to us, I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to everybody here. I will update the description with everybody links to their channels, so you guys can subscribe to them and leave feedback on their channels and all that good stuff. Show some support, aka persona support out here to everybody, man. To definitely uplift everybody. Just to
Make
continue
everybody famous out here,
Yeah, continue to put out content out there. You know what I mean? Hashtag famous. But yeah, man. Thanks everybody once again. Oh, matter of fact, yeah. Debate Monday. Hopefully Monday, I'm gonna give you guys more.
son.
Who's the moderator?
I don't even know. I'll give you guys more information.
You should let Jay do it. He's a good moderator.
I don't know.
He don't really take sides either.
I don't know whose channel is gonna be on.
Who? What's your Jay?
You should be the moderator.
What's this about?
The debate between
What's the premise of the debate?
I don't know the premise of the debate. Somebody told me that I was getting called out by.
See, that's the weird thing I hate. Like with these debates on YouTube, they don't give each side the time to actually know what the debate is about. So you're thrown in there with like little of any actual information.
He basically want to talk to me about how Xbox is better than PlayStation. That's the gist of it.
That's a broad.
And he's pretty much saying that I'm like a fraud and like I'm not a gamer. So
yeah, so he
that's pretty much like
the
debate.
He wants you to come in or come
I'm
on.
down with moderating it. I mean, I'm not going to take a side on the situation, but I'm down with moderating it. But in return, I want our debate about the competitive gaming.
Oh yeah, we definitely got to upfill that too, man, because that was a good day on Twitter.
Oh yeah, that's a heated topic.
Yeah, that was a good day on Twitter. I don't know when we can do that though, but
whenever, man.
Next week, honestly, is going to be busy because we got the Street Fighter V tournament coming up during the weekend.
Dude,
so I don't
Evo
know.
for Street Fighter V was popping. Like, even though that game has had some issues, that Evo, it was very entertaining. The only thing I seen was like some of the guys that didn't know how to counter right. Like, I don't know if it was just how the people didn't know what they were playing the characters, but the actual Evo tournament was very good.
Yeah, Evo's dope. The
yeah.
whole ESPN thing was dope as well, and that is one of the things I will be using during this debate, Jay.
That's fine. Like I told you in our Twitter thing, when it comes to competitive, PlayStation definitely has it down when it comes to fighters, because even their controller is one of the best controllers for fighters. But everything else, Xbox got you on, son.
That's just a preview. So I think it's your pleasure.
Don't get the phone. Yo, chill, bro. Chill.
I was about to say, because we can go in round one right now, so you know I'm ready.
Yo, we're gonna chill, bro.
I'm like Bari, just like Bari, like me and Bari, a very competitive shooter, guys. Really, like my competitive side is serious.
Hold on. I get that you're a competitive shooter. I'm not saying that PlayStation doesn't have a competitive shooter, guys, but when it comes to the competitive market, Microsoft has reigned king on, especially when it comes to shooters, with everything. Now, it's changing. I will agree that it's changing somewhat for the better for PlayStation, but for the last 12 years, Microsoft has definitely ran that market.
I'll say up until 2014. When we got the announcement.
You know what? Let's hold this off.
Yeah, you told you just give them a preview.
Let me just say this. I'll just say this and then no debate. I just want to say this. Yes, I'll give you that. When it came to the 360 and PS3, 360 was king for sports games and for shooters, especially with the competitive side.
Even when it came to the PlayStation 2 and an OG Xbox, it was Xbox all the way when you want to talk about consoles. Now, if we want to talk about as a broad perspective, PC destroys us completely. PC,
I mean, of course.
But let's not bring up PC into...
I was going to say, you can't put PC in this spectrum.
Well, no, but when I talk about competitive or when I try to bring up a debate, I don't exclude anything. I'm going to mention that because, that's the truth.
Well, PC does dwarf the competitive side by miles. like
Oh yeah,
miles. So
leaps
it's
and
like
bounds.
if you're gonna use PC,
Yeah.
then it's PC wins by default. Like
Oh
there
yeah.
is no arguing that. Like
No, that's why I said I would only. The only reason I want to bring up PC is because he did a little bit of some shadiness. He was talking about like the PlayStation 4 controller's premier controller for the PC, and I'm like,
hold on,
no,
Jay.
no,
Why you gotta
no,
expose me? Why you gotta expose
no.
me?
yo, Barry, come on, bro. You know you
I
can't
think you
do
should
that,
shut it
man.
down. Yeah.
Why you gotta
But
see Jay think he's slick? He trying to expose me. You know what I mean?
but I'll say this gen PlayStation is the forerunner for the competitive.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's definitely because they've got the marketing, and that really comes down to the marketing this gen. But Microsoft is doing stuff that PlayStation really isn't doing when it comes to it, because they are focusing a lot more on their first parties. That's the reason why Halo is doing so well. Is Halo has increased by 350% on the competitive aspect over since the launch of fucking Reach. They had a decline in Halo and view ratio, watch ratio, and everything, almost like 150. And Halo 5 has increased that back to like 300% on their fucking watch ratio and everything. It's popping over there, especially with their Gears, their Killer Instinct, their Forges that they're bringing out. Holy shit.
Stop right there.
Hold on, yo, guys, check this out. This is what we're gonna do right now. This is the preview of the debate that we're gonna do this debate, but we gotta set like a date or something. We can
Oh yeah,
probably
set
do
a
it.
date, son.
Let's do it. Let's do it on the 27th
Let me see what day is the
of
27th.
August.
Who's going to be the moderator?
I say let's bring in, because he doesn't know. I would say let's bring in Rainbow's Corner, because he's very.
I'm gonna watch this debate. I'm gonna watch.
Yeah, Rambo is a
I want to
good.
see the other debate, though. I want to see what this guy's going to
The
say. It's
27th
going to
is
be
on a
funny.
Saturday. I'm good for that, because that's I'm off on the weekend, so I'm perfect with
Yeah,
that.
that's why I said the 22nd. I'm off the weekends.
Oh, I'm
So
down for you,
yo,
son.
yeah, we'll do this debate on the 27th. I'll let you guys know the actual like time. Probably the week off, but the 27th, book it. It's gonna be
Oh,
a
I've already
showdown.
put it on my fucking phone as an event, so you already got it.
I know.
We hitting you up on the 27th.
Yeah, I know Jay's gonna hit me up because he's on point with that stuff. So definitely the 27th of August is going down. It's gonna be a movie. We gonna make this an event out here
You better
in
be
these
prepared
gamer
for 8
streets.
hours, because I'm about to make this a job for you.
I feel you, man. I'm ready. I'm always ready, man. You see the comebacks on Twitter, man. I
Set
was
event for the 27th of August, competitive debate on YouTube.
yes on
I
YouTube.
would set on my calendar for my phone for that shit.
Oh, okay, all right.
He's going to get the warm up on Monday.
But yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna close it out right here. It's been a pleasure once again. Thanks everybody. Still got 9 people in here. 2 o'clock in the morning. Just talking, man. But yo,
God damn, son, I didn't realize it was 2
we got
o'clock.
Frozen still in here. J Centuries, Persona, GWP, and your boy Jay Bari. We gone.